Amy and all of the disrespect, nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk, how you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the P's, you gon' see the...
Yeah, head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is going on, Mafia? We got shout out to 12 Big jumping into the chat last minute. What is going on, bro? But guys, Whew, baby, that FOMC voluntarily? That FOMC volatility came in today with a classic push to the downside for a fake out, back to the upside. What is coming up next here on Bitcoin? Now, obviously, we did get that kind of dump and then pump. We are now back within our local volume profile. Are we going to be able to make it back up to that key level of resistance we looked at on the live stream last night at about $104,973? We're going to be taking a look at that today. I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts on Bitcoin, if we can continue back up to that level. And as you guys know, we are going to be looking at shorts up in that resistance zone, as it is a key Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. So I'm going to break down the charts for you guys, let you know where I think Bitcoin is going to be going next. Let's see. Shorts wrecked. Shout out to Silver. Yeah, I'm actually going to show you guys kind of what happened today on that dump to the downside and then that big rip to the upside. The shorts got absolutely cooked. So shout out to anybody that was in shorts today. Yeah, hopefully you had your stop losses set. As I always say, trading FOMC is a very, very risky game to play. So yeah, we're going to be covering that. I'm going to talk about a little degenerate scalp long that I'm in right now, guys. This wasn't even one in the premium Discord. I'm not going to lie. As you know, I always preach, as I just said, not to trade on FOMC. I only like to take those high probability trades, especially in the Discord. I do feel responsibility to keep those high probability trades in there. But I did hop on that DGen account and jump into a little, actually I jumped into a scalp short and then a scalp long. And I got out of that short in like just a little bit of profit. So I didn't get wrecked, but I'll talk about those trades. We'll talk about where Bitcoin is going next. We'll talk about the key levels so you guys are ready for the next move on Bitcoin. We still haven't hit any of our major key levels. And to be quite honest, like where we're sitting right now is not too far off of where we were yesterday. So we'll break it all down for the Mafia. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here, Mafia. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We got Valerie in the chat, says, hola, Mafia fam. Shout out to Valerie. Welcome in. We got Melissa in the chat. We got all our female CandleMafia members in here today. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Rad Capital, said, let's get it, Frankie. We sending it to 2 million. Let's go. Hey, Bitcoin to $2 million. In my opinion, I think it's definitely possible someday. I don't know about this cycle, but definitely going to happen at some point, assuming something crazy doesn't happen with Bitcoin. The creator comes out and it's not someone that we like. But anyway, shout out to Tony D jumping in the chat. What is going on, bro? Long time no talk. CJ in the chat said, caught a super quick $800 scalp on ARC during FOMC. Shout out to CJ. Let's get it, baby. Crazy day. Mike Vito, absolutely. Al Jr. said, I'm late. What a disrespect. My apologies. So I will send BTC to zero. Send BTC to zero to hero. LFG. Shout out to Al Jr. Welcome in. We got Jay Violet, Samuel, Jix Mop. We got Bada Boom, Bada Bing. We got Mad Ads in the chat. We got everybody in here, guys. Show our mod some love. We got Chemistry Bro, Tyler Durden, Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Durden. I don't even know if I said Tyler Durden yet. But you guys know who the mods are. Show him some love. And Tony D does not count as a mod, I don't think. He does have the wrench, but I don't know if he counts as a mod. He poses as me in the chat sometimes. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead. Don't forget to smash that like button. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, we will be giving away $150 in Solana on Friday night's live stream. So without further ado, let's go ahead. This bull run is BS. Shout out to Crypto King. Yeah, I know. I am the fake Frankie Candles in everyone's DMs. Yo, shout out to Tony D. Just always posing as me, Tony. But yeah, smash up that like button. We're going for 1,000 today, guys. I think we could do it. It's been a little while since we've gotten 1,000 likes, but I think we could do it today with a little bit of volatility in the market. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. We got the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water on deck, and we also have a nice clean bottle of regular water here, or hydrogen water, and so we can stay hydrated as well. Shout out to Dark Crash. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin chart. And obviously, FOMC did go kind of buck wild, right? This is pretty much textbook FOMC price action here, right? We kind of ran up a little bit, and then we got the little sweep of the highs here, a very slight sweep of the highs here for that fake out to the downside before getting another sweep of these local lows for that big rip to the upside where all those shorts got wrecked. And maybe I'll pull up Exo charts and just kind of show you guys those shorts getting kicked out of the market. They got absolutely wrecked here. Pretty crazy, right? And this is oftentimes why I don't like trading on FOMC. Like I said, I did take a pretty late short down here, kind of degenerate, to be honest with you. It was on my DGen account, right? So I'm not risking money I'm not willing to lose, but I wound up getting out of that trade basically at break even, technically like $25 profit. And then I flipped long here on the 5-minute, or I think it was a 15-minute SFP of these lows here. Actually, it was the 30-minute. Yeah, we barely swept it here. We barely got the SFP, but you get it on the 24-minute. Obviously, the 1 hour did get it as well. We swept out those lows and then got that rip back into our value area, previous value area, above that value area low. And now we are just, again, sitting right inside of this range, guys. Are we going to be able to wiggle our way up to that next key level of resistance, which if you watched the live stream last night, you will know kind of the two scenarios that we were looking at. The next major levels that I am looking at for trades, other than the short-term scalps here, guys, we are going to be looking, oh, oops, I pulled that to the wrong high. We do have these two daily naked pointed controls sitting between about 105,000 all the way up here to about 105,586. Two daily naked points of controls, as well as our full golden pocket Fibonacci retracement, and we also have the POC flying through there as well. But when pulled from the all-time high all the way to this low here that we made on Monday, and this is the next key level of resistance, right? So for the next major trades, guys, I am going to be waiting for either this zone to come in for a short, right? And we will be looking for those confirmations in the premium Discord. But this is kind of that next major level. Now, we did not know yesterday. We were kind of sitting here saying, volatility is going to be crazy tomorrow. We don't know if we're going to wind up coming up to this resistance level first, or if we were going to get stuck underneath this value area high and come down to our next support level, which still does remain exactly the same, sitting here at about 97,438, moving all the way down to the weekly naked point of control, sitting closer to about 96,362. So technically, the only trade I'm holding right now is that small scalp position from the range low here back into the value area. And I've already taken about $750 in profit there. I am still up. Let me see here if I could bring it up real quick. Yeah, still up about 750 here. So locked in 750, got 744. Still unrealized here over on Blowfin. But kind of the next target here is kind of right up near that POC. Two daily naked points of controls, and that golden pocket, around $105,000. So I'm going to see if we can get a move up to this target, right, to take the rest of that profit. We'll see what happens. We're going to keep a close eye here on the price action as we continue the live stream. But before I'm going to dig a little bit more into the local price action, but I kind of just wanted to cover what we saw here on let me get rid of some of these tabs. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me pull up OBS so I can make sure you guys can see me. But yeah. I am going to be, I just kind of want to talk about this, right? Like, this is typically what we see on FOMC, right? You kind of get the that crazy candle that kind of just wrecks everybody. Again, you sweep the highs here if it come down to a lower time frame, sweep the highs, come back down, sweep the lows, and then it picks a direction and decides to go picks up or down, and it decided to go up here. But the question is, are we going to be able to continue up to this next key level of resistance? And potentially, and obviously, guys, when we look at these volume profiles, and I'm actually going to show you guys, when I was in that trade earlier today, I did film it to do a short form YouTube short of that trade, kind of how I managed it. It got pretty crazy. I even called up Satoshi and got him to pump it, and it actually did work. Usually I just get up and go get a cup of coffee for price to go hit my take profits. But this time we had to call Satoshi, and he did wind up coming through. If you guys don't know, I am cousins with Satoshi. So sometimes you got to call in a favor from the family. But, obviously within this volume profile, guys, as long as we are able at this point, right, the context here is value area low setting at 102.3 is going to be that key level of support. If we can remain above that level, we could potentially continue working our way up into this key level of resistance. Now, when we take a look at Market Cipher B, I will say earlier today in the premium Discord, let me just get rid of these levels real quick. Earlier today, we did have some mixed signals, right? And again, I don't really ever take major trades here. Again, I like to wait for these key levels to get hit. But, in the on the higher time frames here, right, we have that 16-hour green dot printing, and then we also have the 12-hour green dot printing. And when we come on down, you guys know 12 and 16-hour green dots makes us shoot right down to those lower time frames, specifically the 1 hour and the 45-minute. And you can see we did get that 1 hour money flow crossover into the green, and we also did get that 45-minute money flow trying to come up here a little bit. Hasn't crossed over into the green just yet. And with this VWAP coming down, we are a little bit overbought here as well, so we could see some turbulence in here. However, I will just say, with these two kind of bullish signals, that was kind of the bullish signals we were seeing earlier today. However, when we came on over to the 4 hour, we had the red dot here. We had the red dot that was looking to print with our 15-minute money flow coming into the red here. So we did have some mixed signals, which is just perfect for an FOMC day. You're expecting that crazy volatility, and then you got pretty good mixed signals on the chart. When I took the scout short position off the swing failure pattern here to the downside, the 15-minute money flow was part of the reason why I was looking for that. But obviously, managing that risk very heavily, getting stopped out for about $25 in profit, basically break even. But that was kind of, I didn't know if that 15-minute money flow crossover was going to give us the bigger move down to our larger targets down here towards the POC, or if that 1 hour, 16-hour, and 12-hour green dots with the money flow coming up on those correlated time frames was going to give us that big move up. So I caught that little short position, saw the SFP here, we grabbed that liquidity. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and close that and flip long. And then it did wind up giving us that push to the upside. And that 1 hour money flow crossover into into the green. Doesn't look too bad here, guys. And I will say, if we're able to keep this money flow in the green, you guys know if you've been watching this live stream for any amount of time, you know we use this strategy all the time to find continuations in the market. And if we could keep this green money flow wave here on the 1 hour with that 16-hour and 12-hour green dot, obviously we could get some volatility, right? But as long as we stay above that value area low, it could give us that continuation into this next key level of resistance, which obviously in the premium Discord, we will be looking for shorts up here, looking for those very specific confirmations. And then, if we get above these levels, right? And again, this is a very confluent area, right? 2 daily naked points of controls, golden pocket, and the POC of the range. But if we are able to get above there, obviously we can just use our full volume profile here as context, right? If we hop above there, we could potentially come up and attack these highs where we could potentially be looking for shorts once again, where we have that 786 Fibonacci retracement. Now, I would love for the bullish case to play out here, guys, if we're going to get a bigger move up. Technically, I would love to see the golden pocket flipped, but really, that 786 sitting at 107.3 or 107.240 is going to be that doorway into to come up and attack those previous all-time highs and potentially push in to the all-time high, taking the liquidity out from above and potentially pushing up into $112,000 to $113,000. But again, in order for that to happen, right, step number one, we got to get above that golden pocket. And then step number two, we got to make sure that we don't come up here and get those bearish confirmations for a potential pullback into the range and back down to the low. So pretty much, this is kind of what I'm expecting here. If that 1 hour money flow continues into the green, we can come up here, look for those shorts, come back up here. This will be the last place I'll be looking for shorts because once we flip this, I will be looking for that liquidity sweep, or not liquidity sweep, I should say. I should say, look to come up and take these highs potentially where we have all that liquidity sitting, which could add for a fuel to get that bigger push into the Fibonacci extensions that we have above, again, between about $112,000 and $113,000. But until then, I'm going to hold a portion of this long position over on Blowfin and see if we can milk this thing for a little bit more profit, up 722 at this point. But this thing, I'll be honest, guys, I was filming the video, and it was super exciting, right? We got the SFP of the lows here. We got in, and it was like super exciting, right? We started pumping, and then, I was looking for that extra push up towards our next target here, and it ripped. And then we just kind of wiggled around forever. I was starting to fall asleep at my desk, but not too bad. 750 locked in. Can't complain about that. But we'll see if we can milk this thing for a little bit of extra profit. But if not, we'll get stopped out in profit for 750. Not too bad. I basically got paid today to sit here and wait for that trade to play out, sitting on my phone. Sometimes you gotta you gotta appreciate the situation when you're able to trade the charts like this. It's not too bad, right? Even if we don't hit that final take profit, it's like you gotta put things into perspective here. But with that being said, guys, these are the key levels. We're right back inside of our range. This gives us a beautiful, beautiful context of where we're expecting price to go next. And I will say, guys, I might show you, while I was waiting for that trade to play out, I was on my phone, right? I opened up Instagram for 2 seconds, and the first video that popped up, low-key, guys, it was a video. It was a Instagram reel of this guy, like, sitting on a yacht, getting interviewed by someone, and he was a trader, and he was like, give me your best trading strategy. And I don't see this often at all, guys. Now, I did not invent the volume profiles. I did not invent all the things that I talk about, obviously. Now, I do combine certain things together. I do have my own kind of strategy that I've taken multiple things and put them together to make my own strategy. But I will say this guy broke down basically my strategy. He's like, oh, yeah, easy. Best strategy? Value areas. And he does it a little bit different, but he was basically talking about waiting for the deviations below the volume profiles or above the volume profiles to look for the longs and look for the shorts for very likely fills of those actual ranges. And I wish I could jump through the camera and like dap this dude up because it was like exactly what I look for on the charts. And I don't oftentimes see people talk about the way we trade. So it was super cool. It's like, oh my God, he's one of us. He's one of us. He's the mafia. Not that I think he learned it from me or anything, but I just don't see people talking about that stuff much. So it was pretty cool. Maybe I'll show that at the end of the stream. It was like eerie. I sent it to Tony D. I was like, bro, this is weird. This is like exactly how I trade. But again, I didn't invent it. But with that being said, and he said it was oftentimes an underrated strategy, and I wonder why people don't use the value areas more often. It's like so high probability. It's insane, but it was super cool to see that. But anyway, this is the context here, guys. We'll see if we can wiggle up here into our next key level of resistance, get above that. At that point, right, the only last little step that we have is coming up here and hopefully not getting bearish confirmations. But again, if we do, guys, we don't know if we're going to come down from the golden pocket. If we're looking for macro lower highs to come in here, these are the last two areas to potentially put those in, which is kind of scary, right? Because we could put the lower high end at the golden pocket. We could put the lower high end at 786, but it is nice because we have that clean context of where we are looking for price to break out. Once you get above that 786, we could easily come attack these highs. Obviously not 100% guaranteed, but it would be very, very probable, in my opinion, to come take those highs, especially with the liquidity sitting up there. You know, it will act as a magnet for price. Yo, shout out to Rad Capital, said, Frankie, that was me on the yacht. LMAO, check the handle of the video. Yo, shout out to Rad Capital. Let's go. Yo, I would lose my mind if that was you. If I saw your name, I would have lost my mind. Actually, I don't know who posted it, but I did like it, so I'll be able to go back and look. Shout out to Bitfrog, said, Instagram knows you. Shout out to Bitfrog. Yeah, your phone is listening, guys. I guess after saying value area high, value area low, POC 750 million times on this live stream, Instagram finally fed me some relevant content. Let's see. Yo, Golden. It was Golden giving the interview from the yacht. Shout out to V-Sun. But yeah, guys, this is what I'm looking at as of right now. And again, as far as Market Cypher B goes, I will say the 16-hour and the 12-hour look pretty good. And then, you know, the daily VWAPs is also coming up here. So we could print that daily green dot. That would be very, very, very nice to see. And if we come on down to that 90-minute money flow, it's not quite coming up aggressively just yet, but this will be something I'm looking at if we don't get, if we continue the move to the upside here, get that green dot on the daily. Just going to be watching this 90-minute money flow. If we can get that to come up and cross over into the green, that would just kind of be a assistance for that continuation to the upside. But we do have to be careful. I want to be clear here, guys. The daily green dot doesn't look bad. The 16-hour and 12-hour green dots don't look bad. The 1 hour and 45-minute money flow doesn't look bad. These are bullish cases. These are bullish signals. However, we do have to be careful here. And another thing, guys, you know, I always talk about this, right? Above equal highs, liquidity resides, right? This is kind of, I didn't invent this, just to be clear. I don't know who invented it. This is like an age-old saying. But we do have a lot of equal highs here, right? We have like 1, 2, 3, 4 equal highs here. So we could also have a lot of liquidity sitting in here. So I am going to be looking for potential liquidity sweeps here, potentially into the value area high before that continuation down. But we'll have to see what happens here. But I just want to point out the importance. Although we have some signals pointing to the upside, it's very hard. I come on this live stream all the time. I feel a responsibility to be as clear as possible because, you know, some people will be like, oh, my God, he's bullish. It's definitely going up. But just to be clear here, if we come up here and we get some bearish confirmations, I will 100% be looking for those short positions. So, I know sometimes people will come in and be like, oh, my God, he was bullish yesterday, but now he's in a short, right? Like, we are traders. My bullish scenario here is at least to come up to this next major target, and then hopefully we can deviate out of here and rip. But again, like even here, I will say this, like this is going to be another significant resistance zone, right? Above the value area high and that 786. Like this is another area where we could potentially put that lower high in and continue down. So cautiously optimistic here. And you might say to yourself, like, if they pause the rate cuts, why are we pushing up here? And I was talking to the premium Discord earlier today. Here's the thing, right? Obviously, that is like somewhat of a bearish sentiment, but there was a 98% chance, if you look at like the probabilities, there was like a 98% chance of the pause coming in. So chances are, right, like we had that priced into the market already, right? And then you get the news, everything starts pushing down, and then boom, we get the rip to the upside, right? They try to lure the shorts in and then absolutely squeeze them to the upside. So pretty textbook price action here for an FOMC. So yeah, and then longer term, guys, I will say, right, like you have to remember this. We still do. Right now we have that confirmed 2-day bearish divergence. However, VWAP coming up here. Now, this is going to take some time to develop, but that VWAP is starting to curve back up here. So if we can get this red dot stepped on with a fresh green dot here on the 2-day, guys, that would be a nice way to kind of get out of the, dodge the bullet here on that 2-day bearish divergence. That would be very, very, very nice to see. And that, again, this could change this could change at any moment here. Like, there's no green dot just yet. But 3-day, bear div is still here as well, but again, if we push up, we could easily unprint that, and we have about another day for this to confirm. So again, I don't want to sound like just because that money flow is coming up on the 1 hour that we're definitely going to rip to the upside. We do still have these higher time frame bearish signals, which again is why I am open to looking for short positions at those next key resistance levels. And then if we get a bigger move down, let's assume if we do see, just to kind of draw out my scenarios here, guys, if we do come up. right? And we come into this resistance zone, whether it winds up being a shot to the 786 or we reject from the golden pocket, daily naked points of controls. If we get the bigger drop to the downside, we lose this value area high at 100,800. Again, next major key level of support is still sitting down here at 97, at the POC at about 97.4. So really nothing much has changed, right? We just saw some local volatility, but nothing really too crazy has changed here. But just caught that nice little long position. So I would love to come up here and tap that final take profit, and then start to look for those shorts. So there you go, guys. Like when it comes to the volume profiles, things are just so clean, right? Like you just kind of sit on our hands and wait for those key levels to get hit. If I didn't take those degenerate scalp trades earlier today, I would just be sitting on my hands waiting for those next key levels to get hit. So just being patient, waiting for those levels to get hit, and taking a look at the weekly here. Red dot is still printing, right? We would love this to disappear as well. So, again, the higher time frames do still kind of look a little bit suspicious, in my opinion, for a push to the downside. So that is why I'm going to be cautious around these key levels of resistance, right? Because if we're going to wind up getting a bigger trend down off that bearish divergence, like this will be a perfect place to go ahead and get that lower high and a continuation down. So we'll see what happens. I will keep you guys updated here, and we'll keep an eye on this price action here as we kind of develop. Hopefully we can get this push up. I'll put a thing here in case we start pushing up. Right, set an alert here just so we can know. But we're going to be taking a look at some of the altcoins as well. Bearish Moon just appeared, though. Shout out to Araya with the galaxy on their profile picture. Whatever you call this, your I don't know, what do you call that on YouTube? Is it a PFP or am I just a boomer? Shout out to Jacob Anthony says, what time frame is best for volume control? I assume you mean the volume profiles. It works on every single time frame, right? And actually, there is a it really doesn't matter, right? Like I always show this, right? Like we look at our volume profiles and we trade these on macro ranges, right, where we have this main range sitting between. If you're new here, this is something we've been all looking at for a long time, right? We have this major volume profile. Let me hide some of these other levels to clean up the chart. We have this major volume profile, right? We deviate. We come to the low. We go back to the high, right? We come to the POC, deviate above the high, back into the range, back to the POC, and then back towards the low, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high. And again, we can't forget here, guys, if that daily bear div, if that 3-day bear div is going to play out, this could be a deviation above the high before a return back into the range and a push back down towards first that POC. And then if we lose that POC, we all know those next lower levels that we're looking at. We've gone over 100 times here on the channel, but ending over here at about $91,000 to $90,000 at that value area low of the range. So this is an example of us using it. We caught this nice long position in the premium Discord. If you guys have not watched this video, go watch the last pre-recorded video that we dropped. It was a trade recap. I think the thumbnail says like easy money or easy strategy. I break down this trade that we took from the value area low back to the POC, back to the high and beyond for a beautiful long position in the premium. I break it down step by step exactly what we were looking for, so you can learn a lot about how we trade this strategy by just checking out that video. It's 100% free. Drop some sauce for the Mafia here on YouTube. But you could also, right, we have the little scalp range, which we are looking at more in a context of like a 30-minute to 1 hour. Right? We absolutely destroyed this in the premium Discord as well. Deviate below the low, back to the POC, back to the high, deviate above the high, back to the POC, back to the low, deviate, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high, back to the low, right? And this is, once you get accepted back into your value area, guys, there is a very high chance that you're going to at least get a move to your POC. If not, a full fill of that range is very, very probable. And the Instagram reel that I saw, the way this guy was explaining the value area trades is, I love it. He explains it very simply. Now, obviously, there's a lot of nuance to it. You can't just short at the highs, long at the lows. It's not necessarily that simple. You have to find confirmations, but it really is. That's the gist of the setup here. Like you deviate above the high. We look at this as overvalued, right? Below the value area. Oh, baby, she's pushing up. Come on. That alert actually wasn't that far away. But all right, she's pushing up. She's pushing up. Let's see if we can take that high. Once this is oversold, right? And then this is looked at as overbought or cheap versus expensive. And this is all we're doing. All we're doing is taking advantage of the extremes. We're only looking for shorts at the high and deviations above, and we're only looking for longs on at the value area low or deviations below with anticipation of coming back into the fair value, right? So it's a very, very simple strategy. And again, there is a lot of nuance between each and every trade is going to have different confirmations. And obviously, it's not going to be that easy, right? You just set a bot to trade the deviations above or below. But, once you know how to do this TA like we do here on this channel, guys, and you combine these strategies, the entry confirmations that we use, it's a super high probability strategy. And then, if we wanted to, right, you could come down to something like the 5 minute to answer your question, Anthony. You could come down to something like the 1 minute, right? And you could trade these volume profiles if I could find like a little sideways range, right? You could pull these on something like a 7 minute, right? Or a 1 minute, right? You just grab your volume profile, pull it over that balanced price action, and you get these same kind of signals, right? Like price is fractal, guys, right? Like there really is not much of a difference between the low time frames and the high time frames other than like the speed in which they move, right? So deviation below the low, back into the low, get above the POC, back to the high. Deviation above the high, you go back to the POC. You didn't make it to the low, right? So it's not 100% always going to go to the value area low, but you come back to the high, deviate, back to the POC, back to the low, deviation, back to the POC, flip it to support, back to the high, then you get a deviation, and you get another move to the downside. So whether you're trading this on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the daily, the 7 hour, the 6 hour, the 4 hour, doesn't matter. It's all the same theory, right? It's just looking to trade the rotation of value. So hopefully that helps you out and answers your question. Shout out to Anthony. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Shout out to Brody. Says, I think we all just want the fart coin chart. Is Fartcoin doing something? Let's see. Is it ripping? Let's see here. I'll just do a quick little check-in. Oh, well, hey. Funny enough, just rejecting the value area high. But yeah, we can take a look at the. We're gonna take a look at the altcoins in. I'm actually gonna take a look at them right now. We'll keep an eye here. Let me set another alert on Bitcoin here at a little bit more of a significant level. We'll go right here. Should take some time, hopefully, to get up there. And I'll tell you this right now, guys. If we wind up coming back up, I may start recording and finish the clip that I was filming earlier today because it was playing out great, and then I was sitting there as price action was just going sideways, and I was like, all right, guys, I got to go live. Hopefully this plays out. But I would like to finish that video. It would be hilarious if I finished it live. You guys could be a part of the YouTube short. But anyway, let's see. Fartcoin is best AI coin, probably. Shout out to Ken, bro. I'm tired, boss. Shout out to TBJ. Hey, bro, take a nap. Nothing wrong with a nap. I'm not a nap guy personally, but there's nothing wrong with a nap. Let's see. Tony D, there's a very important, before we get into the alts here, I'm going to go pull up Ethereum here. We'll take a look at ETH. We'll jump into Solana, XRP. We'll do the usuals. And then if you guys want your favorite altcoins, drop them in the chat. Rob the Crypto Sample, count up the votes, and let us know what we're looking at. Let's do like 3 requests, Rob. We'll do, regular, typical requests. But, yeah, we'll take a look at, shout out to, Behave says, check out Solana. Yes, we will check out Solana. But real quick, Tony D, Frankie's sidekick. Shout out to Closer. I don't love the word sidekick. Tony D is like, Tony D is more than I don't know. Sidekick is like, looks like, I don't know. I feel like sidekick's a sidekick. He's more of like an adjacent kick. He's not, a side makes it look down. I don't like that. But shout out to Tony D. I'd be lost without Tony D, obviously. But Tony D, very important. This is the most important thing I've ever asked you. I just had a little bit of a argument with Mrs. Camp. Not an argument, but Mrs. Camp. Tony D, make a poll and ask if people like soup. I'm not a big soup guy. Channel manager, I like that. He's the COO. He does all the operations. If you ever need help with something in the Discord, obviously our mods help us out as well. But anytime there's a problem, he does everything on the back end. So everything would literally fall apart without Tony D. So I don't want to, it's not just my show here. Tony D is a pinnacle part as well as the mods to this channel. But yeah, ask the Mafia if they like soup. I am not a big soup guy. I just don't like it. And Mrs. Candle said I was crazy. And hey, I'm an agnostic person. I'm open to thinking that I'm completely wrong. But I need to know, guys. Am I crazy for not liking soup? It's not that I dislike it. I just never in my life do I go out and say, oh, I'm going to get a nice soup. It's just not something I crave. Like steak maybe or chicken. I don't know. Like soup's just not my go-to. Maybe if I'm sick, but not even in that case. But anyway, let's jump into Ethereum. Very important stuff, guys. We're going to get back to crypto, but please, that soup poll is very important. But anyway, let's take a look here. Taking a look at Ethereum, obviously, I mean, this is like less exciting than Bitcoin, right? Obviously, we got our bounce from $3,000, which was the value area low of the range. What happens? Well, very clearly, we got that move right into that POC where we had that spider line confluence, and then we just kind of wiggled around here. We went back down to the 786. And now, I mean, Ethereum kind of just like meh, right? Just kind of sitting down here right where we were yesterday and the day before, which is hilarious. We're just kind of wiggling around here. Is this just going to kind of break down again. I don't know. There's really not much to update here on Ethereum. I feel like I've been saying that forever, but I mean, it's been that's been the case for a while here. Daily money flow still crossing over into the red. This does make us anticipate a potential continuation of the downtrend to lower prices. Key level of support, obviously number one, value area low at $3,000. This is not like the end-all, be-all level, right? Like if we come down here, we could wiggle around, maybe get a acceptance back in, and then push up towards the POC and the value area high. But like at the end of the day, guys, if we push down here, this high volume node at 28.88 is the next. That's really the key level, right? That is the danger zone. If we lose that level, very likely we're going to push down to that $2,600 to $2,700 level. And other than that, right, we got the green dot looking to print. If you do not want this downtrend to continue, we have to get the fake out on money flow. Now, this is not something I'm willing to make decisions off of. I have to take the information on the chart for what it's worth at face value. Is this money flow very clearly trending out over time and now crossing over into the red, which would indicate the overall trend is going to continue to the downside. Now, this again, it could fake out, but I can't bet on that, right? I have to take the information for what it is. So until we wind up getting this little fake out, maybe we could take a look at the 12-hour, right? Maybe the 12-hour money flow starts to creep up first, and then that will leak into the 16-hour, and then that will potentially give us the heads up of this daily fake out. But until we start seeing this money flow creep back to the upside, guys, we have to look at this as what it is, and that is bearish, right? So, I want Ethereum to go up as much as anybody else. I hold a lot of ETH here, so, I want ETH to go up as well. And again, I will still stand here. Now, I feel a responsibility, guys. I will never just stand up here and tell everybody that the bull run is 100% still on because ETH didn't make an all-time high. But in my own personal opinion, I say this every single day, the chances of this bull market ending without Ethereum making new all-time highs would, in my opinion, what do I know, right? I'm just some crazy guy screaming on YouTube, but I've been through a few cycles. ETH not making a new all-time high would be absolutely insane, in my opinion, and it'd just be extremely unlikely, in my own personal opinion. So, even if we get the drop down, we'll assess the situation once we get there. But 28.88 is that absolute key level. Thank you, Rob the Crypto Snob, for the alt list. Bada boom, bada bing. Show ETH. Let's go. Shout out to John Blake. Yo, I just got trolled by Rob. I love soup. I almost always put him in timeout by accident. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. We're going to have to check out those altcoins. I'm bearish on I love N soup. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Rob. Thank you for the alt list, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Tony D. Said, upon learning of my fellow colleagues' remarks regarding soup, I regret to inform the Mafia that I will be stepping down to go work for Campbell's. It's not Candles, it's Campbell's, guys. I'll tell you what, Tony, they might rhyme, but they're not the same thing. Shout out to Tony D. But that's what we're looking at on ETH, guys. We really got to see this money flow start to tick back to the upside. 4 hour, just kind of flat here with the money flow in the red. Nothing really screaming anything that interesting to me at this point. I'm just going to kind of let things play out here. If we drop back down to this next level, that's kind of where my ears perk up, and I'm like, okay, hey, maybe we can find something down here. But until then, or maybe we put a local signal here into the value area low. But again, that money flow would indicate lackluster retracements for continuations to the downside, at least as of right now. And as price action moves, I will keep you guys updated on ETH, or Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it. Now, let's go ahead and jump on into Solana. Oh, man, Solana, Italian wedding soup. Shout out to Pennywise. Okay, I will say this. Tomato soup, if I do eat soup, do you drink soup or eat soup? I don't know. This is like my whole thing with this. Like, is it food? Is it a drink? What is it? It's not my thing. I like decisive things. Yeah, tomato soup with a grilled cheese. Jesse, you read my mind, bro. That is fire. That is absolute gas. And French onion soup, also gas. Tony D's French onion soup that he makes from scratch is the best soup I've ever had in my entire life. Shout out to Tony D. I'm not just trying to gas you up. But, yeah, other than that, like, again, it's not something I crave. If it's there, maybe I eat it. It's good. But, yeah, I just ran out of tomato soup. Shout out to Gordon. Yeah, tomato soup's fire. Short ETH. Infinite growth. Did you mean show ETH or short ETH? Let's see. I just need buttered bread with my soup, and it's got to be thick and smooth. Shout out to Ken, bro. It doesn't give the gas, if you know what I mean. Shout out to Tint by Designs. But yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and jump on in here. Let's take a look. We got Ando, Pepe, and our Pepe, and Polkadot. But first, guys, before we take a look at that, let's jump on into Solana here. So Taking a look at Solana, I mean, kind of the same thing as Ethereum. They're kind of just wiggling around here. You know, could you look at this as some kind of a bear pennant, maybe just like a triangle? Maybe. Again, I'm not a big pattern trader, but eventually this will pick a direction. But key level down below is still sitting here. I will say this, guys. This golden pocket POC confluence, very similar to Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin's a little bit further away now. But if we do get a drop back to the downside, this POC golden pocket sitting between 217 and 212 is going to be the next key level of support. Now, if we were able to put in some kind of bullish confirmations down here, I would be looking for longs. Not that I trade Solana very often, but if we look here, guys, I mean, your 4-hour money flow is in the red. 5-hour money flow looking to cross over into the red. It's kind of just like playing around here a little bit, but generally it's coming out. 8-hour money flow is kind of flat. We do have an 8-hour green dot, which is interesting. Daily VWAP curving up. I think if we're going to get another big move on any of these alts, guys, it's going to be off that daily green dot. And with the way the lower time frames look, it does look like we may be able to get some more volatility before that happens, right? So if we do drop down here, I would love something like that to get that golden pocket to get tapped. But if we come up first, key level of resistance still remains the same, sitting up here at about 252 to 244. Got to break that 786 to get that continuation to the upside. But other than that, Solana looking exactly the same as it has yesterday. I do not love the daily money flow. This is coming out pretty aggressively. I don't love that. So we're going to have to see what that daily green dot gives us. Other than that, you know, we lose the golden pocket. Obviously, we're going to be looking down towards that 786 value area low confluence, which is super, that 786 is right on that value area low. So those are the next key levels to the downside. But other than that, we'll see 8-hour green dot printing. Now the 8-hour green dot is gone. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It is sketchy out there. It is definitely sketchy out there. But let's check that 30-minute money flow. Yeah, 30-minute money flow was trying to come up. Now it's coming down. Nothing really too strong here. Just higher time frame stuff. Like, got to get that money flow coming up with that green dot. I will say this. Let's check the 3-day real quick. Yeah, I mean, you got the 3-day bear div, you got the 4-day bear div looking to potentially print here. Money flow generally trending down. It's really hard to tell this on the higher time frames because it takes so much time to develop. But you do have that daily 4-day bearish divergence, higher highs on your price action, lower highs on your momentum waves. That does call for a potential continuation down. So key level number 1, 217 to 212. Key level number 2, 196 to 190. If the move down continues, get the move up. We're looking up here between 252 and 244. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at on Solana. Forget soup. How about some chili? Hey, wild mofo. Hey, I love myself some chili. Let's see. Let's see. I'm always hungry. Shout out to Jesse. Me too. Yeah, there we go. We are tomato maxis out here in the CandleMafia, guys. I mean, we do have the sauce here. We're definitely tomato maxis. What do you look for in the charts, if not candlestick patterns? Shout out to Brady Bollinger. Did you make the Bollinger Bands? Shout out to you, bro. But what do we look for? I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I say this all the time. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. It's not that I don't look at patterns, but I just don't trade based off the patterns, right? So I don't look at these patterns as, I just don't make my trading decisions solely off of patterns, right? I thought this when I first started my trading journey. I thought, well, hey, this is easy, right? All I have to do is memorize all these patterns. I see them on the chart. I'm really good at pattern recognition. Then I could just wait for the breakout, the retest of the neckline, and then it's not that easy, right? Take it from me. I've gone through it. I thought it was that easy. It's definitely not. If it was that easy, there would be way more successful traders, right? So there's tons of things. We look at liquidity in the market. I use volume profiles, Fibonacci, but liquidity is really a huge thing, and order flow, right? This is actually what moves the market. The market does not know that it's in a bull pennant. Now, does this mean, I'm going to move on to XRP now, which kind of flows right into this explanation. Excuse me, does this mean that bull pennants don't break up more than they break down? No, they do statistically break out more than they break down. However, there are so many situations, it's just not that simple, right? Because there's many times where you'll have a bull pennant. Now, XRP in general loves to, form bull pennants and just rip to the upside, right? Like, come up, pennant, rip, bigger pennant, rip, and now we are potentially, right? Like this was looked at as a pennant. Like this is a perfect example, right? And again, you're never going to have 100% hit rate. But again, I might look at these bull pennants and take into consideration, well, hey, this looks like bullish consolidation, right? But at the end of the day, these are not reliable enough to be a trading strategy in their own, right? Like this is kind of like an old trick in like the trading guru space, right? It's like, oh, I'll just like make a book or a course teaching people patterns, and then I could just sell this course a million times, and they don't care if it's not actually, a good strategy, right? In my opinion, you could trade patterns, but you need to understand the more important things like order flow and liquidity, because like you might look at this as some kind of a bull pennant, right? And then what happens? Schwamp, right? You get a rip to the downside. And again, it's not that they're all going to play out either way, right? You're not expecting them all to play out exactly how you would expect them to, but it's just not the it's just not that easy, right? Like if it was that easy, there'd be so many more profitable traders. Trading is much more complicated than that. Listen, if you are out there trading patterns alone and you're making money, do that, right? Just because I don't use them or I find there's like, the simple answer is the market doesn't move based off patterns, right? The market does not know it's in these patterns, right? So these volume profiles, liquidity, order flow, Fibonacci retracements, we use all different types of stuff. Things that are more what actually moved the market, if that makes sense. So there you go. I don't want to spend too much time on that. We talk about this all the time. But it doesn't mean that if I see a bull pennant, I will still look at this as like, hey, maybe we're going to break out. But if I see there's a ton of liquidity, here's a quick lesson, guys. Before I take a look at the actual TA, here's a quick 5-second lesson. If you have a bull pennant, right, like I'll just draw this out. If you have a price coming up, right, and it's coiling up like this, right, patterns is a retail trading strategy. And I'm not saying that we're not retail, right? We're not whales or anything like that. This is mostly a retail trading strategy. This is like where everyone kind of starts off on their journey, and then 99% of people lose because it's not that great of a strategy. And then they're just kind of like trading's a scam, right? Because everyone wants it to be this easy, but it's just not. But if you look at this as a bull pennant, I might say, hey, this is a bull pennant, right? Looks like bullish consolidation to me. Oftentimes, these will break to the upside, but you have to understand, if all the retail is looking at this and everybody is longing this pennant, right, where are their stop losses going to go, right? If all the retail are longing their stop losses here, and again, I'm not throwing hate at trading patterns or anything like that. If you are actually making money and have been profitably trading patterns over time, and you are growing your accounts over time, please continue to do that, right? Just because I don't use them does not mean that it's impossible for them to work. It's just not what people sell it as, right? It's not that easy. But it's easy to get people hyped up on that, which sells courses, right? And I am, even if we do come out with a course, I'm never going to try to just sell fake dreams, right? I like to keep it honest on this channel. But where are all those stop losses going to be? You have all this retail liquidity sitting below this bull pennant, so everyone's expecting this to break out to the upside. But more than likely, you are probably going to get the wash of those lows for a fake out to the downside, and then you'll see the pattern play out, right? So, if you're not paying attention to where liquidity is in the market, you're going to get stop hunted like crazy on this. So that's a little quick lesson, right? That's an idea of why, because that's what moves the market, right? It's not just the pattern, right? This is a way to describe price action, in my opinion. But yeah, again, if you are making money trading patterns alone, then please do not change that, right? Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. If you're making money, keep doing that. But anyway, hopefully that explains it. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Ribs for life. Shout out to Jesse. You guys still talking about food. Let's get it. But yeah, let's take a look here. So on XRP, let me just go ahead and get the levels on the chart here again. So what happened here, right? We were kind of bing-bonging around, lost it, came down to the golden pocket, got to bounce back up, and we are fighting to get this move back inside this volume profile. Now, as you guys know, the key level to get above here is that point of control sitting at $3.11. Once we get above that POC, very high probability we come back up to the high at 328. And then if we're able to crack out of there, right, the only level of resistance I can really see above here is going to be at about 352, where we have a Fibonacci extension level. Let me see if I can pull it up. Nope. I got to reorganize this chart. This chart has become a mess. I'll just pull it here again. Is it pulled from? I think it's actually pulled from the current range. 352, right? So if we break above this volume profile, this is probably going to be that last line of defense, right? So 352, I don't even know, I don't know how strong this level of resistance is going to be, but once we get above it, I will say this, that's where I think XRP really starts to fly. Get above here, that's where we can really start to see those aggressive moves to the upside into our next level, sitting at about 418. Next Fibonacci extension after that, 353, right? We talk about these targets almost every day, so I won't cover them that too much. But that's what we're looking at, right? As of right now, locally, fighting for dear life to get above this value area low. I'm going to hide this. I'll get rid of this purple box, right? Fighting to get above this, right? So if we can get a pop above that POC, look for a move up to 328. Can we see XRP back at $3.28 soon? Well, I'll tell you what, if we can get up here, flip it to support, that's your best bet to get up there. And then we can reassess the situation because, again, we're going to have to treat this as a typical volume profile. We may just rotate the range again. We'll have to assess the situation once we get up there. But taking a look at Market Cipher B, let's take a look here. 4-hour money, 4-hour red dot. Money flow is kind of flat here, right? Just kind of coming down, coming back up. I'm sorry, that was the 8-hour. I don't know why I thought that was the 4-hour. 4-hour money flow in the red. Daily. Yeah, this is the sign to look for, right? Like, again, daily money flow is coming out. This makes us anticipate a potential downtrend, right? But this VWAP, this is what we looked at yesterday, right? If we can get this green dot, obviously you're going to need the money flow to fake out, right? But if you get that green dot on the daily, could potentially print that daily bearish divergence, which would call for a break of the a break of the highs. It's the same exact thing. That same technique that we used to predict this break of the highs, right? Except we were looking at the 3-day, right? We looked at that 3-day bearish divergence, right? Lower highs, higher highs. But we were looking at this all the way back here before price broke out. But we said, hey, if we can get these green dots on the 3-day, print a bearish divergence, it would call for a break of the highs. Where we wound up getting that, right? Now that 3-day bear div is printed or confirmed, 4-day bear div confirmed. 5-day bear div confirmed, 6-day confirmed, weekly bear div also confirmed. So, I'll be honest, guys, if we don't want to pull back down, we got to start getting the heck out of here, right? We got to get rid of this red dot or print it and get it immediately stepped on by another green dot. But again, if we're going to get the bigger move up, I would at this point be looking at that green dot. This is your best bet. Wait for that green dot to print. And if we're going to yoink out of here, that is your best bet. But just remember, money flow is definitely fighting you. And so are those higher time frame bearish divergences. That's just what's on the charts, right? And then if you do come back down, key levels of support, obviously you bounced off your golden pocket. If we do come back down and we lose that golden pocket, we're just going to be looking down towards that POC 786, sitting at about between 240 and 245. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. At this point, really your job is to get above that point of control at 311 to get that move up into 328. So we'll see what happens. Watch that daily green dot, and hopefully we could just, yeet on out of here. Hopefully. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Guys, I put my life savings out on Shiba. Do you think I got a chance? Negative 20%. Shout out to Lippos. I don't know if that's how you say your name, but I don't know. I would not put your life savings into anything. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. That is always a bad idea. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Please, for the love of God. Let's see. When you're looking for divergences, do you look for previous red or green dots or the signals that are back-to-back? Mike Ramirez, very simply, for bearish divergences, right, we are going to be looking for, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, but just to kind of draw that out, right? Let me find a clean bearish divergence here, or a bullish divergence. We'll come back over to Bitcoin real quick. What do we got here? Okay, so for bearish divergence, right, you're just looking for higher highs on your price action, or you could also use your RSI. If you do not have Market Cipher, you could always use your RSI to find those divergences as well. You get very similar signals, but what you're looking for is you are just looking for your price action to be coming up, right, for a bearish divergence. You're looking for your price action to be making higher highs, and you're looking for your momentum wave or whatever oscillator you're looking at, RSI, Lux Algo Oscillator Matrix, you're looking for that to be making lower highs, showing price coming up, but momentum is leaving. This is what creates that divergence, calling for that correction to the downside. So, and obviously, if you have that into a key level of resistance, it makes it even saucier, but that's all you're looking for, right? So you're just going to kind of line that up, right? You see the peak of this momentum wave starts here, and then you look for those higher highs, and you have those continuous lower highs, right? And you could spot these on the charts all over the place, absolutely all over the place, right? Like even, not there. Like right here, right? You have higher highs on your price, boom, and you have lower highs on your momentum waves. boom, and then you get the drop to the downside. Right now, obviously, there's always going to be context. Are you looking for this to be a small pullback before a continuation up, or are you looking for a continuation of a downtrend? That's going to be different every single time. And then for bullish divergences, it's the opposite, right? You're looking for lower lows on your price action and higher lows on your momentum waves, right? Creating a pinch point, right? You have this, if you extended these lines out, they would connect, right? And with the bearish divergences, it's the opposite, right? You're looking for these lines to move away from each other. It's like an alligator mouth. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at. I also have, check out the beginner series. We have videos teaching all this stuff in detail and how to use them to find nice trades. So yeah, check them out. Oh man, we just missed it. We just missed that alert. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Let's see. Okay, so let's learn something new every day. Shout out to Hype Soul. And I'll be honest with you guys. I highly recommend. You guys have homework? I'll give you homework tonight. Go back on bar replay mode. Go to any time frame. You can go to the 1 minute, 5 minute, daily, whatever it is, right? Scrub all the way back in time. Go into bar replay mode and look for bullish and bearish divergences, right? And just test them. It doesn't matter. Don't take any. Obviously, you can't take trades on prior price action, right? But just go into like a 15-minute time frame and run through your price action and find the bullish and bearish divergences, right? I'll try to find one really quickly here, and you'll find that even if it's not a big drop, you will see very unlikely will a divergence not give you any kind of move, right? So we'll see here. We can print this. Okay, so technically, we have higher highs on our price action here, lower highs on our momentum waves. Obviously not going to be 100%, but you see you do get a little drop to the downside. We'll see if we can continue down. Okay, well, you got that first little drop down. That was about, we'll say, right on that red dot, somewhere here, right? So that gives you an initial 0.5% move. This is the 15-minute. But if you look here, right, you have higher highs, and your momentum is continuing to come to the downside. Also, your money flow starts to come out before the big drop, right? Now, obviously, the higher the time frame, the bigger the move, right? If you're finding 1 hour bearish divergences, these are going to be much stronger than a 15-minute bearish divergence, meaning that price will make a much bigger percentage move, right? So let's see here. You did get a little bull div there, but it wasn't very significant. Let's see here. Come on, give me a dang divergence. Give me a dang divergence. There you go, right? So right here, and again, you don't have to take trade, like you just go in bar replay mode, back test this. It's not going to be 100%, but go back and test 75 to 100 positions of this and get an idea of how often they play out, right? So you get lower lows, higher lows, green dot confirms, right? You start getting the move to the upside. So we come back up, come back down. All right, you come back down. Right, I'm not going to go through this continuously, but very, very unlikely that it gives you absolutely no move at all. What is this? Where is this? Oh, this is the August dump. I'm like, dang, this is just getting dumped on. But yeah, just go back, right? You go to the 5 minute, 2 minute. Very, very unlikely that it will give you zero moves. And you don't have to go on bar replay mode, right? You can just go find those higher highs, lower highs for the bear divs, and lower lows, higher lows on your for your bull divs, right? So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. Go check out the beginner series. We got tons of tutorials showing you guys this stuff. But I recommend, just don't take my word for it. Go back to the chart and back test this stuff, right? Very unlikely that it gives you nothing. But anyway, let's continue on. Soup for the win. Shout out to TRD Farmer. Let's go. Okay, most people don't want to, shout out to BG, says most people don't want to hold crypto long term and are scared of losing and therefore selling now. In the coming weeks, we may not see alt season or a much higher price for Bitcoin. Thoughts? Shout out to B Gold. I will say this, right? Is it impossible not to get an alt season? No, definitely not impossible. Is it unlikely and not? Is it unlikely and has that not really ever happened? Yes. So. I do think, right, we are further into this cycle than most people realize, right? A lot of people think the bull run is just getting started. I don't know if I fall in that camp, right? We have already gotten a massive move up, right? So, a lot of people get in here and they think, oh, this is just getting started. And if you zoom out, and again, could we run up to 500K somehow this cycle? Maybe. I mean, who knows, right? Anything can happen, especially bullish black swan events, bearish black swan events, all this stuff you have to factor in. But, Bitcoin is already up, 600% from the bottom, right? So I think we are much further along than people realize. I'm not saying Bitcoin can't go higher, but I mean, my bigger targets for Bitcoin, if we continue up, is between 137, technically between 137 and 200K. I have specific targets in my 2025 prediction video if you want to check it out. But I definitely wouldn't say we're just getting started, right? We were just getting started like back here, right? That was just getting started, right? But, like always, most people enter the market late, and they think it's just starting, right? And then they get in at 90 to 100K, and they're expecting 300K or 200K, and typically they don't get that, right? And then they hold it all the way back to the bottom. This is just the experience that 90% of people have, just like back here, right? No one was buying Bitcoin down here. No one was buying Bitcoin on the March 2020 dump. And by nobody, obviously, I'm exaggerating, right? Most people get in on the euphoria stage, right? Where we're coming up like crazy. Everyone's like, oh my God, Bitcoin's on the news. It's up like crazy. My friend bought Bitcoin all the way down here. Now he's rich. I want to do the same thing. But the only problem is you are not in the same position as your friend who bought down here. Right? And then they're holding on and they're like, oh my God, he made like 5x his money, 10x his money. I want to get 10x my money. And what happens? They just get 100%. They feel like they didn't make any money. They hold it for $1 million and then they hold it all the way back down to the bottom. This is the classic experience of a retail trader. I have been there before. So don't feel bad if you were ever in that position. Everybody goes through that at some point, unless you get lucky. But yeah. If you didn't pack last year, wait until next year. Mr. Market, and again, can something crazy happen? Maybe. We just rip up to 500K somehow, potentially. But I would be looking at altcoins for the most part, right? Because even if Bitcoin rips up to 200K, right? Like that's a 2x, right? Like that's not really what a lot of people are in crypto for. But I will say this, don't leave and then come back next time, right? Because you're going to come back at the same point, right? You're going to come back, after we've ripped like crazy. What you want to do is hang around, and then when Bitcoin starts nuking to the floor, that's where you triple down on paying attention to what you should be buying, right? This is not, people get it wrong, right? This is not the time to be paying attention to crypto unless you're using this as a signal to start looking for altcoins, right? Or, down here. What you want to do is wait for this and then triple down on your focus on crypto. Wait for everyone to leave. That's when you want to focus. We've been saying this since I started my channel, right? This is the time to pay attention. And anyone who's been watching since then is sitting pretty after that rip to the upside, right? You have to put it in perspective. You got to zoom out. I do think we're a little bit further ahead than a lot of people think. A lot of people think this is just getting started. Just getting started is kind of crazy, right? Like just getting started is, down here, right? But anyway, let's continue on here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Polkadot. And again, just a quick note to everybody. If you are here, just understand, it is when you come down in a bear market, this does not mean this is another bull run for a trader. We short the heck out of this thing. We made a ton of money on this move to the downside, right? Because when you're a trader, it doesn't matter if the candles are going up or down or sideways, right? You could always find trades. You could short, you could long, you could make money whether it goes up or down. That's the whole point of this channel, is for me to help you learn how to make money trading Bitcoin, whether price goes up or down. And this is essentially just another bull run. We make money on the moves up just like we make money on the moves down. That's why being a trader is awesome, right? Because I don't care. I am almost excited for the next bear market. I actually said this on Billy Goat Tales with Jason Casper. He said, I kind of can't wait for the bear market, right? Because that's where it's fun, right? Like only the people who are actually interested in learning, that's where like the people who really want to learn how to trade. If you're sticking around through the bear market to learn how to trade, like you're dedicated, and that's the fun part. And yeah, like we make money doing this, so it's a good time. So if you ever wanted to learn how to trade, like don't be scared of bear markets. You don't need price to go up, which is awesome. Trust me, once I learned that, I was like, this is going to be my life. But anyway, let's continue on here. Let's take a look at Polkadot here. Is Polkadot at 0 yet? Oh God, somebody, Polkadot, you got to sober up, my guy. You are sloppy. But anyway, let's take a look here. So, yeah, right. Where are we? Yeah, I mean, not too far away. You lose that POC, test it as resistance, and you get the bigger drops to the downside. Next key level of support on Polkadot, 786, value area low. Let me fix this box real quick because this is kind of, ugh. Yeah, so value area low sitting at about 490, 786 sitting at 540 or 539. This is the next key level of support, right? Other than that, like money flow in the red, if you're going to get another retracement to the upside, that green dot's your best bet. But with money flow coming into the red, this makes you anticipate the continuation of the downtrend. So if we get that green dot and we start pushing up here, whether we push down to the 786 or not, which is the next key level, right? Because you lose that golden pocket, the next place to look for is that 786. But if that money flow state comes deeper into the red, right, and this does not rip back up into the green, the anticipation is lackluster retracement for lower highs and continuations down, which that next major target, if that bounce happens at the 786, would be the value area low at 490. Very simply put. So yeah, that is, there we go. I'll just clean this up a bit. So yeah, like same thing on a lot of the alts, right? Like you need that daily green dot, but again, I don't want to sound bearish, right? Because you can get the fake out, but you look at these money flow crossovers into the red. What happened here, right? I mean, technically right here, but money flow crosses into the red, right? Oh my God, but we bounced to the upside. Oh my God, we bounced to the upside, right? But that doesn't matter, right? Because if that money flow stays in the red, you're anticipating that you can get the bounces, right? You can get those lackluster bounces to the upside, but the idea is lower low, lower high, lower low. You're looking for the continuation of the overall trend. You can have you can have that noise, right? Those bounces to the upside. And heck, you can long these suckers, right? You can make money on those moves up too, but you have to understand the context. You're not looking to long this thing to 100K. Why? Because your money flow is in the red. And you know that you're probably going to want to look for lackluster retracements for lower highs and continuations down. Where's that lower high likely to come in at? Golden Pocket 786 retracement. I don't know if this is going to be the case, but I would assume it's probably this one right here. Boom. You come up to your golden pocket, put in the lower high, and then you continue down. So just understand, if you get that green dot and you start bouncing, you got to be careful of that same thing. Lower highs and continuations down. The best bet to get out of there is to get that fake out of money flow back into the green. And again, you could front run that by looking at the 12-hour. Maybe the 12-hour starts coming up aggressively. That might leak into the 16-hour, and that could signal a potential fake out on your daily. But as of right now, this is coming out. Downtrend likely to continue until proven otherwise. So there you go. All right, let's see. Jesse said, hit that like button, guys. Smash that like button. I'm so stuck on saying every 100 likes. If we get 1,000 likes, we're giving away $150 in Solana on Friday to one lucky CandleMafia member in Friday night's live stream. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto King said, Frankie Candle is the handle. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know what that means, really. I guess that's my handle, my YouTube handle. Let's see. Tia. Yeah, we could try to take a look at Tia. I'm going to get through the list here, and I'll try to get to as many altcoins as I possibly can here. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Crow, please. See. I notice you draw multiple volume profiles at various ranges. How do you determine which time frames are the most relevant for predicting price action? Shout out to Ark. Check out the beginner series. I got tons of tutorials for you, bro, showing you exactly how I find these ranges, how I pull them, and why. So check those out. But yeah, at the end of the day, you could use them on any time frame, right? And again, I would love to do like a test, right? Can you guess the time frame? Right? Like if I pulled up a random coin from a random, obviously like if I show Bitcoin, this is not Bitcoin, this is Polkadot, but if I show Bitcoin, it looks the same. If I showed this, people would know like, it's definitely a higher time frame. That's Bitcoin 2021. Or am I the only one that could identify that? I don't think so. I think most people would know, oh, this is the 2021 bull run. I remember that double top. But if you just show like some random price action, like, would you be able to actually tell the difference between like, hey, what time frame is this versus, hey, what time frame is this? Right? Like, would you be able to really tell? No, it's impossible, right? So that's why it doesn't matter. You could pull it on any time frame. So, like, if I were pulling ranges on the 5-minute or the 10-minute in this example, right? You could pull something like this. You could pull something like this, right? Just for example, I'm not saying I would pull these, right? And then if you come up to the 5-hour, right, I would pull something, right? Might pull something like this, right? Might pull something like this, right? It's all the same thing. But what I'm looking for is the areas of balance. I'm looking for those sideways ranges because once price impulses out of a range, in this case to the downside, it's likely to respect a previous area of value. Where's that last previous area of value? Well, technically, it would be right here, right? And did this get respected? And again, it's not always perfect to the dollar, but look at that, right? Isn't that magic, right? You could find this isn't just going in hindsight, right? We could do this. We could forward test this, right? But what happens, right? If we impulse out of here, what are we looking for? Get back into this range, go back to the value area low. Get back into that value area low, look to go to the high. Get above that high, look to get it sucked back in, back to the POC, right, which is sitting right here. Back to the high, get accepted back in, go back to the value area low, and then you lose it again. But the idea is if you get accepted, if you get kicked out of this range, right, you get imbalanced to the downside out of this range, you're going to be looking at this previous area of balance to get respected. And it does, right? And that's like kind of the whole premise of trading auction market theory, right? You're just trading rotations from one value area to another. It's absolutely insane. Overpowered. And we give the sauce here for free. I was talking to Tony D about that earlier, or maybe it was yesterday. It's like, I would, someone asked me a question. Somebody said, I forget, somebody asked me like a very specific question. They're like, I noticed when Frankie looks at this one thing, he always pulls up this one thing. And like, he was asking a very specific question. And I was like, that's the type of viewer I would be, right? I would be like, I'd be using every ounce of free value available to me and just milking it for everything it's worth, right? We have a paid Discord, right? But there is so much free value here that, if you're not ready to spend money, soak up the free value here. It's sitting here. The only thing you have to do is put in the work. That's it, right? And if you don't want to put in the work, trading's probably not going to work out anyway. But anyway, let's see. Wow, nice. That explains it. Thank you. Absolutely. Shout out to Yonito. Hopefully I said that right. I'm sure I didn't. Do you have videos showing your strategy as well as the indicators you use? Jacob, check out this whole YouTube channel is a free trading course for the most part. You could start on the beginner series. That will get you from like 0 to kind of hero, just being on the charts, understanding the basics. And then you could even go back to all the tutorials. Please don't go back that far because some of the videos are old and cringe. But, we got all the I have multiple videos on every indicator I use. Check them out for sure. All right, let's continue. Shout out to Goldavelli. He said, join the premium Discord. We really cook in the kitchen. Yeah, not a signals group. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but if you want to check out the premium Discord and what we do over there, check out FrankieCandlesTrading.com. But anyway, let's continue on here. Poor Todd is cooked. Yeah, Nito. Yeah, absolutely, bro. It's getting hurt. Yeah, shout out to Chemistry Bro. Say, go to the channel homepage and just use the search function to look for what you want. Frankie has videos on it all. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Absolutely. Ravioli. Shout out to Jesse. We even have some ravioli recipes. But anyway, that's what we're looking at on Polkadot here, guys. Again, would a push into the 786 be bad? In my opinion, from a higher time frame market structure perspective, not really, right? Like technically, you could look for that 786 retrace. And I'm just going to keep all the levels on the chart, right? You get the huge rip to the upside. A lot of people buy in here. They wonder why everything's going to zero. But really, they just bought the pump, right? Like what you want to do is buy down here, like we were in the premium Discord, and enjoy that rip to the upside, right? But, you pull back. You could look for higher lows, either on the golden pocket, which we didn't hold. We got a little bounce. And then the 786 is your next opportunity to put in a higher low and then continue that larger trend to the upside. Once you start losing that 786, that's where things get a little bit more alarming. And I don't even know if I'd say alarming, but, at that point, you're just back at the bottom of your range, right? So maybe it's just more boring. But, yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into Ondo. Let's take a look at Ondo. All right, let's take a look here. All right, yeah. Ooh, baby. Oh, no. Shout out to Ondo. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's pull up Market Cipher B real quick. So, yeah, you have your daily green dot printing. That's not a horrible look. 90-minute money flow crossing into the green. Not a bad look. You get the continuation to the upside. The one thing I don't really love here is this 4-hour candle. I mean, if we were looking for lower highs and continuations to the downside, where is it likely to come in at? Golden pocket, 786. So this is a pretty bearish candle. if I do say so myself. Now that green dot on the daily might be able to like kind of get you out of that situation, but you swept these highs pretty aggressively, took out all these highs, sweep, wreck out all those shorts, and sometimes you get that SFP and get a drag back into lower prices. So let's take a look at the higher time frames as well. Two-day VWAP looks a little overextended. Money flow coming kind of flat. 3-day money flow coming up. This doesn't look as bad as a lot of other things, right? Money flow coming up on the 3-day. 4-day VWAP, green dot confirmed. Money flow trying to come up. 5-day green dot printing. So this actually looks a lot different than something like XRP where you have bear divs printing all over the place. You actually have high time frame green dots on Ondo. 6-day green dot looking to print as well. Weekly green dot also looking to print. So, yeah, this actually doesn't look as bad on the higher time frames. I don't love the kind of swing failure that we got here of these highs into that 786. You got to get above this 786 if you want the continuation up to about $1.58. But again, not really loving the rejection from that, that sweep of the highs here. That is kind of ugly. What's that daily candle look like? Okay. So, yeah, This is definitely, that would have been the key level of resistance. If I were trading Ondo, like on a day trading kind of situation, I'd be looking for shorts in this purple box. With these equal highs, liquidity resides, guys. Like, this would be the SFP level, right? Like, you'd look for a swing failure at that level for a continuation down, especially rejection of that 786. So, kind of hard to call. Like, the higher time frames don't look as bad as a lot of other stuff, but you got to get above this 786 to get a move up to $1.58, right? Once you get up there, flip that $1.58 level. Well, beautiful. Now you're back in your volume profile, and you can hold this and look for a fill to the POC, and then hopefully back up to $1.88, $1.89 up to the value area high. Got to get above that 786. It's sitting right at about $1.47. So we'll see. Is it going to SFP and dump, or is that are those higher time frames going to help you out there? Hard to say. Yeah, daily green dot, 90-minute money flow crossover into the green. Little overbought. This is kind of messy, to be honest. Like, the daily green dot with the 90-minute money flow says more upside, but this SFP says cool off, in my opinion. So that's what I'd be looking at. Don't love the sweep of the highs, but that daily green dot doesn't look too bad. Money flow still coming out on the daily, though, so that looks very similar to everything else. But again, not as bad. Ondo looks a little bit stronger, in my opinion, from a technical standpoint than a lot of other stuff. So there you go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's take a look at PP, everybody's favorite frog. Anyway, let's take a look here. Oh, how was Nvidia doing? Hang on one sec. Let me just check. Let me just check Nvidia real quick. Dang it! Come on. Okay, so it's just like pretty much done nothing. All right. Because obviously, guys, Bitcoin is going to be heavily correlated to the stock market. And obviously, NVIDIA has been dragging the whole entire stock market down here. And we were hoping, I want to get above this value area low, sitting at about 130 on NVIDIA. Because this will obviously, like, if we get back up into this range, then NVIDIA could potentially get a pretty hard pump, at least up to the value area high. This would assist Bitcoin in a move up, in my own personal opinion, right? We all know stock market, Bitcoin is basically like almost 100% correlated with the stock market, right? So like this is like a little hidden trigger, right? Because like this is obviously what dragged a lot of stuff down recently with the DeepSeek AI thing. But if we can get back up in here and fill this range, that would really help Bitcoin. And that 130.39, I don't oftentimes look at stocks, but I would love to get above this value area low to potentially get that bigger move up. And that would definitely help crypto. But anyway, how's Bitcoin doing? We're still just bing-bonging around here. Come on, do something, Bitcoin. I swear, if this thing does not go back, like just dump and stop me out in profit for my long. Don't go sideways. Do something. Either take profit or stop me out. Dang it. I'm bored. But anyway, let's continue on. We make money either way, baby. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse, shout out to you, man. Yeah, absolutely. It's let's see. Hola, shout out to M Ninja. What is going on? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Indeed, Frankie. Shout out to Nirvana. Shout out to Nirvana. All right, let's see here. All right, let's check out PP. That's how you say it, right? PP. Funny, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, I used to look at Heikinashi candles so much more than I do now. I used to look at Heikinashi probably 90% of the time and regular Japanese candles like the rest of the time. Now I kind of flipped it. Now I look at Heikinashis like almost... Not that you shouldn't look at them. I just prefer to look at regular candles now. I don't really know. Yeah, I used to, Heikinashi candles are just a little bit cleaner to identify trend. Like it's just like less noisy. But yeah, I've kind of switched up. I've kind of evolved a little bit. I'm trying to find our actual Pepe chart here. Is it the MACD chart? Binance? There it is. Okay. And we do have our Pepe spider lines, guys, and unfortunately, the spider line we rejected wound up being the top. Maybe not the top forever, but the top for a little while. So let me take a look here. I'm gonna get rid of these local ranges because these are kind of already done. Get rid of this anchored VWAP. And let's take a look here. Let's turn on our regular candles. Let's see. Okay. So let's pull up the daily. I mean, I hate to say this, but like we're going to have to start looking at this lower range because we might even be, we're getting pretty dang close. Getting pretty dang close to this this range here. So this is, hopefully we don't have to come back down here, but like this is technically support down below. POC value area low. I just really, really wish that I had a cleaner range to look at up here. We just don't really have it, though. I don't love that. What is this? Bear with me here, guys, while I find some of these levels. I would be absolutely flabbergasted if this tiny little range gets respected. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm amazed. And I don't just say this for, like, a gag for the show. I am, like, truly blown away by the volume profiles more and more every single time I use them, which is every single day. But let's see here. I really would be, like, shocked if this was any type of, I guess, maybe POC, back to the high, back to the POC. Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit abstract if I'm being quite honest, but this is pretty good. This is, like, not a horrible little mini range to look at. This is a very small area of consolidation, but not bad. Not bad. So you have your lower range down here. Like, if we start really, like, nuking to the floor, probably going to be looking down here towards about, 1002, right? We don't want to get back in this range. And if we pull our Fibonacci retracement, I'm going to pull it from this impulse. Let me pull up the daily so I could get a better view here from the low to the high. Yeah, we got to hold the 786, guys. If we can't hold this, yikes. Probably going to be looking down towards this value area high, this previous value area high at about 983, right? If I pull this all the way to, I guess technically this is the level that you don't want to lose. You lose this 786, you're very, very likely. Let me label this key. If you lose this 786, very likely to get that drop back down towards this value area high. Again, sitting at about 989. Get sucked into this range. I'd be looking down towards the POC where you do have, and then you have this spider line confluence. Depending on how quickly you come down here, it's either confluent with the value area low or the POC, depending on how quickly you come down. But this is going to be the next support zone down here. Value area low at 703, POC at 806, and then the value area high again at 989. And then locally, this is the kind of range that you're messing around with right now. Inverse head and shoulders potentially, right? Now, again, I'm not going to trade based off that, right? Because the price could easily just continue down here. But this is like these are the local levels I'd probably be looking at. There's really nothing else to pull that is relevant to this price action where we're sitting right now, to be quite honest. Yeah, not until you come down lower. So, this is, so it's definitely a little abstract here, but this will be what I'd look for, right? Nice support on the POC. You get stuck under here. I'd look to go back down towards the POC, lose the POC, go to the low, and then if you start losing this value area, last line of defense is going to be that 786. Key level, 1103. Lose that, probably getting the bigger drop down towards 989. That's what I'd be looking at on Pepe, or PP as some people like to call it. I wish there were cleaner ranges, but there just really isn't. Now, coming from a market cipher perspective, money flow in the red, this looks very, very similar to everything else. Money flow in the red, 12-hour money flow in the red. Yeah, it's not the best sign. Yeah, 5-day money flow tanking, absolutely tanking. So, it's not the best sign. That's not the high time frame money flow. 6-day doesn't look as bad. Weekly doesn't look as bad. We can get that VWAP to curve up. This can come up again. I would be careful here. Money flow coming out. But again, you're getting your daily green dot. This is your best chance to get out of here. Look for that 90-minute money flow crossover. But again, with the daily money flow coming out, I would look for lackluster retracements. Even if that daily green dot gives you move up, I'd be careful of those rejections, lower highs and continuations down based off money flow. So that's what I'd be looking at on PP. Let's see, Biddy dead. Are we dumping? I should have put an alert to the downside. Oh, okay. All right, well. All right, let's calm down, everybody. Let's calm down. You guys scared me. I thought we were going to zero. Here. Let's see. Let's see, where's that trade at? I was still up 819. I think I'm up more than I was before. I think we were up like 750 when we were looking at it last time. But dang, man, just hit the dang target. Hit the dang target here. Unbelievable. What a scam. Come on. I already have 750 locked in on this one, though. Should I just lock in the extra 850? Should we let the Mafia control this trade? Tony D, drop a poll in the chat, guys. What should I do? I have 750 locked in. We're unrealized 795. Should we lock in another 800, or should we just let this thing ride? YOLO. Should we YOLO? Let's see. If you were to look to catch a retrace to get into this long, where would you look? Wow, great question. Shout out to Kamarpi. I don't know how to say that. It says people were saying alts are going to catch up when Bitcoin goes sideways, yet they are just bleeding while BTC does nothing. I love this market. Yeah, shout out. Well, that is typically what we see. I will say that. Did you review the results of the last poll? Oh, yeah. I love my suitcase. Do you like soup? Good soup. Or are you kidding yourself and saying you don't like Frankie? Not biased. Shout out to Tony D. I love soup. 53%. Okay. I hate soup. 16%. So I am no soup for you. Wow. I am in the super minority. Wow. Okay. I am. All right. I'll take that. I'll take that on the. Like I said, I'm totally willing to accept that I'm completely not in the majority here. Wow. So everybody, more than half of you guys like soup. I'm the crazy one, guys. I guess Mrs. Candles wins this one. Mrs. Candles doesn't feel good right now, so she's sleeping while I'm screaming in the studio. But, wow, okay. Dang, man. Dang. I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought most people were going to be like, nah, soup's kind of lame. I'm wrong. Shout out to the Mafia. Thank you. See, this is why I love having this. I love having you guys around to check me when I'm out of line here. So I got to start liking soup, I guess. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can't change me. Tomato soup with grilled cheese only. But anyway, yeah, wow, I'm in the minority. That's crazy. 53%. Wow. I thought I was going to I was feeling confident, Mrs. Candles. I was like, I'm going to do a poll tonight, and I'm going to prove you wrong. And she was like, do it. You're going to lose. And she was right. She was right. Unbelievable. Super minority. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah. You're funny, bro. Stew. Long live stew. Yeah, I don't know the last time I had a good stew. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. I'm going to let you, Tony, let's do a poll. Should I take profit? Should we let it ride? Again, I already took 750 out. Stop loss at break even. So it's a guaranteed winning trade no matter what. But should we lock in the extra profits or should we just let it ride? Should we let it ride? It was a $100,000 position. Still got about 50K in there. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what we should do. All right, let's continue. And all right, so we took a look at Pepe. That was the last one. Let's check out some more. Soup and salad every day. I used to love salad when I was younger. I don't know what happened. I just hate all green things now. What are you going to do? All right, let's see. Zero. Bitcoin's going to zero. Let's see here. Shout out to, oh, good Lord. A. I'm going to call you A because I genuinely can't read that. I don't know what that is, but I can't read it. But shout out to A. We're going to take a look at zero here. Near, we can take a look at near virtuals. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at a bunch of these. ABT, yeah, shout out to Sleek Coil. Good to see you, bro. Welcome in. Let's see here. And hopefully, guys, I will say this. If the top of Bitcoin is 108K, shout out to K Diggity. We talked about this in chat the other day. It looks like maybe the new chair was the top signal. I tried so hard to hold on to Old Faithful. And I just had to get that new chair. We had to please the Mafia, and hopefully that wasn't the top signal. Let's see. In the daily BTC, huge W. Shout out to Ballies. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm going to turn the fan on real quick. All right, here we go. I realized two options on the poll are basically the same, so combine B and C. Shout out to Tony C. All right, let's see. First day in crypto. Shout out to taking care of business. Shout out to you, bro. Wow, welcome in. I'm honored that you're here on your first day of crypto. Welcome to the CandleMafia. You are in the best spot. You're in one of the very few places where you're going to learn how to make money trading Bitcoin, whether price goes up or down. We're not a slave to bull markets anymore. But anyway, stick around, bro. Welcome in. But let's see here. Zero. Oh, God. Zero is at zero. Yikes. All right. Well, we got some nice clean ranges here. Let's see. Bada boom. Let's grab that box. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Well, you got nice clean. Let me actually extend this a bit. I want to. I like this range better. Okay, so let's pull a fib here from the whoops. Missed that actual low. From the low to the high. 786 is destroyed. All right, so we can't pull that. Yikes. All right, well, you got your value area low here. Let me see if I can pull up a weekly naked point of control or a monthly naked point of control at least. I'm only going to mark it out if it's confluent. All right, so we got the weekly MPOC here. Boom. Okay. All right, let's see. Actually, let me check those MPOCs one more time. All right, so you got. I'm actually gonna mark this one out as well because this is right near the POC, and then this one's confluent somewhat with the value area high. All right, there we go. We'll come back down to something like the daily, and let's pull some fibs here. All right, so this is your main range. Value area low sitting here. I'll even label this. Boom. Value area low, you got your POC right here, and you got your value area high. And I'll just clean this up a tad. There we go. Oh, that's previous value area high. We need just a regular value area high. There it is. Okay, so yeah, key level here, 328 is your value area low. This is the level that you want to stay above. I mean, this is how I would view things, right? If you come back down here, maybe you deviate slightly. This is where I would look for longs. For move back into the POC and the value area high. But if we pull up Market Cipher B here, let's take a look. Daily money flow in the red, guys. I cannot, in good faith, tell you this thing is going to skyrocket when money flow is indicating the trend is likely to continue to the downside, right? Like, I have to be honest here. You're never going to get any kind of like, nonsensical hopium here for no reason, right? That doesn't mean every time we say it's going to pump that it's going to pump. But anytime I say it might pump, it's going to pump. Like, there's a reason for it, right? It's not just because I feel bullish, right? But this is definitely your key levels, right? So, we have to anticipate based off the daily money flow, 2-day money flow in the red, 3-day money flow in the red, VWAP coming up, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if you were able to get some kind of short-term bounce here. Whether you come down and tap the value area low or not, you might be able to get a retracement, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful because if you do come down with that money flow coming out, you have to anticipate lackluster moves to the upside, lackluster retracements for lower highs and continuations down. And if that were to happen, let me go ahead and change these settings a little bit to clean up the chart. Bada boom, right? These are the two major levels, right? So if we're going to get a bounce here, if that daily green dot gives us a bounce, I would look for a lower high to either come in between this point of control, golden pocket 786, weekly naked point of control confluence. You have a lot of confluence in here, right? So if you get up in here and get bearish signals, that could be where you put the lower high in, right? If you get above this POC, you simply look into the value area high, deviate above. This is the next area. So if this daily money flow is going to stay in the red and the downtrend is going to continue, I would be looking at these two areas for a continuation of that downtrend, right? This and this. These levels. Level number one, the closer one, is 391 to 413. Second one, again, very confluent, golden pocket, value area high, weekly naked point of control, 786. Very confluent level, 478 to 439. And let me see if I could pull an anchored VWAP here real quick. Where is this one sitting? Very far away. Pull it from this high. And then pull it from this high. Yeah, this is that. Yeah, these are the levels, right? So based off money flow, we could anticipate, right? Daily green dot, that's bullish, but context is king. Bullish for the time being until you could potentially put in a continuation of that downtrend. And if that does happen, depending on if you, tap the value area low first before coming up or not, if you come up here, Push back down. Value area low is key support. If you lose that value area low, weekly naked point of control at 289. These are the key levels and the context, right? This money flow does not look great. This would make you anticipate. Even the 2-day, 3-day green dots are looking to print. Still, though, I would be looking for that to be a lackluster retracement at this point until that money flow turns around. This indicates, money flow indicates the overall trend. Do not forget that. So there you go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Wranglebot says you need a mic compressor. Your volume's all over the place. Yeah. We need to get a different mic. This mic specifically has a really, really tight pickup. So, like, if I move out, like, you can't hear me now. Now you can hear me. Now you can't hear me. It's really annoying. I need a wider pickup. This one is way too dry. I have to literally talk into it for you guys to hear me. It's very frustrating. Especially me. I move around a lot. I move around a lot. Shout out to A said, I appreciate your TA. Thanks, bro. No problemo, bro. That's why I am here. Shout out to Alex. Oh, yo, what is going on, bro? Welcome in. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. It says party people. Let's get it. We're having a party here today, guys. Shout out to CG Beats. 312 in volume. Yo, CG Beats coming through flexing the check mark. Yo, shout out to you, bro. Hey, bro, you got a hookup for those check marks? Let's go. Shout out to CG Beats. Says 312 billion in volume on Pepe. WTF. Shout out to CG Beats. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Alex. Oh, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Says Mike Fund. Love you, bro. God bless. Shout out to Alex. Oh, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, Alex, do you know anything about mics? Do you know a mic that would have a looser pickup than this one? I don't even know if I'm using the right terminology here. Somebody let me know. What is a good microphone? I think Shure makes one that looks just like this that isn't as tight of a pickup. This is like a podcast mic. Let me know. But shout out to Alex L. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. And I don't know why. I have a feeling, Alex, you're a musician. I could be totally off by saying this. I feel like you're a musician. Let me know if I'm right, bro. Shout out to Jay Walker. Thank you for the super chat. Said, Frankie, I have never had an issue with the volume. I must have magic speakers. Yeah, it does seem. Sure, the best semi-professional ones. Yeah, shout out to Chemistry, bro. I love the quality of it. I just hate that. Maybe there's a plug-in I can get. I just hate how directional it is. But shout out to Jay Walker. Yo, thank you for the super chat, bro. Yeah, it seems that like most people are okay, and then some people say the volume's all over the place. Let's see. Popcat. Yeah, I'm an audio engineer. Sure, is a great brand in my opinion. Okay, shout out to Andrew. Okay. Oh, let's see. What are we doing with this trade? Hang on one second here. All right, everybody's saying let it ride. All right, we're going to let it ride. MV7i. This is an MV. Yeah, this is an MV7. I guess maybe that's different than MV7i. Shout out to Alex. Am I right? Are you a musician, bro? Could just be your settings, my brother. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got to do some research. But MV7i. I'm writing that down. Shout out to Alex. Thank you, bro. MV7i. We'll see if that's a different mic. Maybe that'll work better. I got to Google it. Technically, more people said take the 800. Oh, lock it all in or always take profit is the same. I see. Dang. Okay. Let's continue on. Volume is good, but you def need omnidirectional mic. Yeah, shout out to Christopher. That's how I'm feeling. Okay, so let's continue on. But take a look at Popcat. We're running out of time here, guys. Popcat Barbit. There it is. Lost the range. Where does it go when you lose the range? I think we might have another Popcat chart where we have a profile drawn. I'm not going to spend time looking for it. I'm just going to pull the range here. All right, so let's see here. Value area high. BOC. Value area low. Okay. Oh, yikes. Oh, no. Don't lose this. Oh, God. 3-day money flow on the way to the downside. Daily. 2-day money flow crossing over into the red. Same exact sentiment here, guys. Daily green dot might be looking to print soon, but I will say this. If that green dot prints, lackluster retracement before a lower high and a continuation down would be the bias there, in my own personal opinion. So, yeah. You are technically at support. looking for some kind of MPOC down below. We just do not have it. Yikes. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, your key, you got to get back above this value area low at 36 cents. However, again, like with their money flow coming out like it is, daily money flow in the red, 2-day money flow crossing over, 3-day money flow, all this money flow is coming up. But VWAPs are coming up. But again, that would give me the bias of lackluster retracement, continuation down. Now, where are you going to go if you break down out of this range? I'll be quite honest with you. There's not much below us. Let me go ahead and pull this entire, everything's, ugh. Dang. So what we can do, oh, man, this is a tapped weekly. Good Lord. Oh, God, you really don't have much below you, to be honest. Doesn't mean you can't create new value, but yeah, I would definitely. Shout out to Maso. Welcome in, bro. Good to see you. I would be careful. I'd be careful of the lackluster retracement continuation down. Now, where would we be likely to reject here? I would definitely be watching that value area high. I don't even know if you're going to come up that much, but if you did, that golden pocket, 786, anchor VWAP confluence as well. This is, that would be, a potential lackluster retracement. Bing bong. Right? And I don't even know if you're gonna get all the way down there, to be quite honest. Yeah, I would watch these value area levels. So get above this value area low, flip it to support, look to go up to the POC. Be very careful around that POC, right? Because you could easily reject it and come back out of the range. But once you come up here, I'd be careful. I would be careful. Just based off money flow. If the money flow fakes that back out into the green, you might be in better shape, but this is you're at key support. You got to get back in here if you do not want this bigger drop to the downside. Let me pull up the VPVR. That's the RSI. That's not what we want. Boom. All right, so technically, I mean, it's not that big. Let me bear with me here while I get this little sketchy range down here. Yeah, I mean, I would be looking at this. Nooch. POC. Value area low. Confluent with that high volume node. Whoops. So, yeah, I mean, technically, if you lose this range, this is your next range between about 30 and 23 cents with your point of control sitting right in the middle at about 27 cents. So lose this, I would look to come down here. Those are the key levels. But, again, other than that, it's looking very, very, very similar to a lot of this other stuff with the money flow coming out. Shout out to Kevin, says, is there more downside for render? Oh, yeah, it's going to 0. Forgot to tell you guys that. Render is going to 0. I'm just kidding. Don't panic, Kevin. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. I mean, I am here for you if I could find this chart. Let's see. Someone should make a compilation of me trying to find the right charts. It's always a struggle. Oh, man. Oh, render. What are we going to do with you? Now, I will say from a higher time frame perspective, this is doing much better than a lot of other stuff, right? Still hanging out up here, not like, down like some of these other altcoins. But, yeah, let's see. Daily money flow in the red. Daily money flow in the red. Yikes. Same sentiment, right? So, longer term, it would be more likely to get a lackluster retracement for a lower high and a continuation down. This fib has to move down now because we made a new low, right? So I will go ahead and adjust this, right? So if you did break out of here, it would be exciting, right? You'd be up about 20% to the upside, but with this money flow coming out, green dot prints, if you get a retracement to the upside, I'd be very careful around this golden pocket 786 sitting at about 655 to 693. So that could be an area where you put that lower high in. It's also complement with your value area low of the previous range. So I would be careful. Hopefully, if you get that push to the upside, you could just get money flow to cross back into the green. But if it does not, I would indeed be looking for that continuation to the downside. POC sitting at 524, and then your value area low is sitting at 446. So that is what I'd be looking at for render. Other than that, Yeah, honestly, it doesn't have the bearish divergences or anything like XRP does. But yeah, money flow in the red on the 6 day. I mean, this is just from a binary perspective. This is bearish looking to me, right? This would indicate a longer term, there's not enough price history to go back here on render. But if you look at like something like a 6 day money flow crossover on something that has a little bit more price history, that's not even enough. Turbo's not enough. What am I looking at? I need older coins here. So yeah, like you see here, Polkadot 6 day money flow crossover is low key like not great, right? Like now, obviously, this was after the full euphoria of the bull market. All coins went crazy, all that good stuff, right? So I'm not saying it has to play out exactly like this. The timing of the cycle here was obviously bear market time, but that money flow crossover into the red wound up giving you what? Lower high, continuation down. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Continuation of that trend. And on a 6 day time frame, guys, these money flow crossovers are nothing to mess around with. So hopefully, like even if we pull up Bitcoin here, hopefully you could get, something more like just like a fake out, which you don't really ever get on the 6 day, right? Like money flow crosses over into the red, bear market. Money flow crosses over into the red, bear market. Money flow crosses into the green, bull market, right? Money flow crosses in the red, bear market. Like hopefully it's a situation like this, right? Now, we're not in the same spot in the cycle, in my opinion. This is way earlier in the cycle than where we are now, right? Like now we are more like, yeah, I don't know, guys. We are like more in a situation where we're like, like maybe more like somewhere in here. I don't know. It's very hard to kind of compare. But if hopefully we're in a situation on at least the altcoins, this is like a totally different context because this is Bitcoin, but hopefully it's something like this where money flow crosses into the red and we just get the fake out into the bigger green wave and then, bull run, right? But just don't sleep on these, these 6 day money flow crossovers are really not anything to mess around with. So on render, right? Let's come on back to render. 6 day money flow crossover. Not a great sign, right? Like it would at least give you some kind of continuation down. But to be quite honest with you, from a higher time frame perspective, if I were to just hide all this TA, let's pull it from this impulse. Yeah, we already got the 786, so really we'd have to pull it from here. Yeah, in my opinion, you really want to hold the 786. 524, right? Lose that 786. That's your doorway to lower prices. And 6 day money flow crossover. Yikes! I don't want to say it looks bearish, but that money flow crossover, you would hope that's going to be a fake out like what we just looked at on Bitcoin. Other than that, I don't know. I got to run. Shout out to P-Dub. I got to run as well, guys. Let's see. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. One last little check-in on Bitcoin so we can keep an eye on this here. Yeah, so Bitcoin just kind of still wiggling around here. I guess, more people said always take profit, lock it all in. Yeah, I don't know. 43% say let it ride. I don't know. How do we respect the actual winning thing, or do we combine B and C? I don't know. Shout out to Ark says, do you factor in the timing of global market opens to predict changes in cash flow? Asia open in 30 minutes for potential continuation towards your targets. Sorry for the second question. You're the man. Shout out to Ark. No problem, bro. Don't ever apologize for asking questions. Yeah. I mean, it's not something that like, kind of hard to answer. It's not something that I take, I'm aware of it. I do think about it. I take it into consideration, but it's not like one of my main things that I pay attention to. But I am always, I always understand, when Asia opens, we're probably going to get that volatility. But for the most part, I am 100% technical. I guess like paying attention to the Asian session is somewhat technical. But I am like 99% a technical trader. I say this all the time. If you took the price scale off the chart, if you turned all of the candles like black, I mean, it doesn't matter. These aren't even red and green, right? Like if you made the candles black and white, took away the price scale, flipped, like it does not matter. As long as I can see the candles and indicate in the market cipher B with, the tools that I use, that's all I need, right? I don't need to really, if I could never know when the sessions were, it wouldn't matter for me. Because I know there are a lot of strategies, like I know ICT's strategies have a lot to do with like specific times to look for trades. That's not really something I pay too much attention to. Doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. Doesn't mean my way's better or worse. It's just how I trade. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you. Let's see. Okay. Sleek Coil, ABT. I'll take a quick look at ABT. All right, let's take a look here. Shout out to Sleek Coil. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. All right. Wow, yeah. All right, let me get some of the. We haven't looked at this chart in quite some time. That's an old fib. We'll get rid of this. That daily's been tapped forever. Delete that. Delete that. Delete the weekly. High volume node held. High volume node held. Okay, that's nice. Gave you a rip right back into your daily and monthly. Not too shabby. Don't whoops. Come on. Give me a dang. There we go. Okay, so we could actually extend this range now. We haven't looked at this in forever. I mean, we could almost pull that to current. But what I will do is I'll just pull it here, right? Before we impulsed out. Change this a little bit. Boom. Just update these levels. Yeah, look at that weekly. Just SFP that weekly for the drop. Unbelievable. All right, this monthly got tapped. Okay. Just quick little update. Man, I don't know how I don't have arthritis in my wrist yet. Unbelievable. Okay, so high volume node held. Got to rip back into your range. Got above the value area low, into the POC, into the high. Rejection at the high, back to the low. So, yeah, and he's got to, okay, so let's take a look at the daily here real quick. Daily green dot is confirmed. Money flow in the red here. I don't love the higher time frames. Like money, yeah, this money flow has been in the red for a while. 4-day, 3-day, looking for a potential, yeah, not a lot to take away from here. This is pretty choppy. Like, this is a super choppy chart. Like, even like just want. It's super choppy. This is not a clean chart. Like, even look at Market Cipher B. It's like, whoa. It's very sketchy. I don't like this. But these are definitely key levels. High volume node at $1.05 is going to remain key. Keep an eye on that, right? If you want a continuation to the upside, like even look at these wicks, man. These wicks are crazy. So, yeah, like look at this. Respecting that value area low perfectly. You got to get back above here to get back into this range. This is really what I would look for. It's very hard to make a call based off Market Cipher, but these are definitely the key volume profile levels I'd be watching. Super choppy, weird-looking chart, in my opinion. 8-hour green dot is confirmed. I'm really trying to find, like, something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way these VWAPs are rolling back over so aggressively. Yeah, I'm just going to give you the levels here. Value area low, $1.35. PLC, $1.50. Value area high, $1.83. This high volume node at $1.05 is going to remain key. You really want to hold above this level. But, yeah, let's take a look at the weekly maybe. Yeah, weekly green dot is printing. That's not too bad. Yeah, I just wish that you had some significant money flow crossovers. You just don't. 2-day green dot is printing. Yeah, you got your weekly green dot. Hopefully, 12-hour money flow crossover might be able to give you a nice move. This is technically trending to the upside, but yeah, I don't know. This is very choppy. Market Cipher B is very choppy right now. I'd pay attention to the key levels here. So break $1.35, you can look for more upside. And then if you come down, this high volume node is absolutely key at $1.05. I wish I could give you more, bro. Shout out to Sleek Coil. I wish I could give you more. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate you. No problem, Sleek Coil. Anything for you, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here to break down these charts for the Mafia. And hopefully we could see if the... shout out to Dawn, said, honest opinion, best exchange for beginners. To be honest, any exchange that you choose, which you will be somewhat limited to where you live, which ones you can look at, or which ones you can use. I mean, I guess you could look at any of them. But yeah, for beginners, I mean, it really depends on what you're looking to do. Like if you're looking to leverage trade, I mean, a lot of the leverage exchanges have a lot of good spot altcoins as well, or Bitcoin, obviously. But I trade mostly on. Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. Like, I guess for beginners, it really depends. I mean, Coinbase, right? Like, super beginner-friendly, but really any exchange is super beginner-friendly. I use Blowfin, Femex, Coinbase. I use a ton of different exchanges. One thing I will say is never, ever, 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 ever put more money on an exchange than you're willing to lose. And this is, I said this the other day when that Femex thing came out. This is the reason why I like leverage trading, right? Because I'm able to open up $100,000 positions, $50,000 positions, without holding $100,000 on the actual exchange, right? But again, if you're a beginner, do not start with leverage. Start with just buying and holding. I would not recommend leverage to beginners. Because it could, if you don't know what you're doing, you use it wrong, it could turn into gambling, but that's not what it's for. So yeah, I would say just, I don't know, check out Coinbase, super simple. Blowfin is no KYC. You should be able to access that anywhere as well. We have links to everything in the description. But if you just want to, you can Google it as well. It really makes no difference to me. But yeah, I would say Coinbase, probably like the safe, would be like super safe-ish. But yeah. Let's see, I like BitGet because of the chart features. Interactively plot your trades, TPs, and stop losses on the graph. Super easy to change on the fly. Yeah, actually, you know, that used to be a very, like, exclusive feature. I don't know if this is the same thing you're talking about. Who said that? Yeah, BitGet. I can't use BitGet anymore, unfortunately, but I like BitGet pretty good. But yeah, like, a lot of the exchanges now do that. This is Blowfin. They allow you to, like, move around your stop loss, right? So you got your stop loss here, and then you can move your take profit, right? So if I wanted to, you know, set a take profit somewhere, and then, yeah, so you could reverse the position, you can set your stop losses. So yeah, that's super cool. I don't know if that's what we're talking about on BitGet. If not, don't tell me. If it's super cool, don't tell me because I can't use it anymore and I'll get jealous. And I'll be sad that I can't use it. Shout out to, I forgot who said that. But yeah, just go check them out. All exchanges that do leverage are basically the same interface. Yeah, they are. They are like almost exactly the same. So yeah, there's a ton of things out there. But for beginner friendly, yeah, Blowfin is good. Shout out to Ollie. Yeah, it's really personal preference. But yeah, it really depends. You're going to be limited on, depending on where you live, to certain exchanges and whatnot. But yeah. All right, guys. With all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking around till the end of the stream. Smash that like button on your way out. I think we're at like 500 likes. Hey, shout out to Dave Digital. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Good to see you. I hit you up on Discord. No rush, Dave. But I did hit you up on Discord. I don't know if you saw it. But, yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button on your way out. We're not anywhere near 1,000 likes, so smash it up. Let's try to get 550. I don't know. Maybe we'll give away something. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. You now know my plans on Bitcoin. Hopefully we don't get the huge dump, but we'll see what happens. I watch those higher time frame bearish signals. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up from my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
We forgot to take profit, guys. We forgot to take this profit. Was that the consensus? I need more clarity here, guys. Drop a candle in the chat if we're locking in all the profits. Drop a bear in the chat if we're gonna let it ride. Or no, bulls in the chat if we're going to let it ride. Candles in the chat if we're going to take profit. Let me know. I'll try to see what I see more of. Shout out to Taking Care of Business and take those profits, Frankie. Shout out to Taking Care of Business. You should change your name to Taking Care of Profits. Candles, lock it in. We're back up 829. Let's see. Practice the preachings. Let's go. Well, okay, so just so you guys know, I am TP1. I have 750 locked in. I just moved this so I could see that P&L. Stop loss to break even, right? The bull is crazy, Derelict. The bull is crazy. All right, guys, that's a big W. Shout out to Kaiten. I don't know how to say that name. All right, I see more candles than anything. So we did lock in profit, stop loss to break even. So if we get stopped out, guys, I'm going to make like 750, but we could lock in an extra 835. Let's take a look at the charts here, right? Because if we're going to leave it open, we need a reason to leave it open, right? Let's see. 15-minute green dot. Or actually, you know what we could do, right? 15-minute green dot, looking to potentially print here. Money flow coming back up into the green. 4-hour money flow coming back up into the green. It's pamping. Yeah, so I will say this, right? Technically, the original plan for this trade, and shout out to Chemistry Bro, asked if I had another clip. So I have the recording. It's actually like a 3.5-hour clip. I actually have to cut it up. So I don't have the clip edited right now, but it is a trade from today where I break down, I walk through the trade live. But I will say, right, like the idea for this trade was, right, take profit about, I don't remember the exact spot I took profit. I had other levels on the chart. You guys will see in the video. But I took partial profits, about 50% out. It was a $100,000 trade to begin with, $45,000 left in it. But the original plan was to sit here and wait to hit this final target. So technically, it's like trade the plan. Plan the trade the plan. This is the plan, right? And again, locking in profit, 750 locked in, stop loss to break even. So if I get stopped out, make 750. If we come up, we'll make like a little over $2,000 or maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But it is fun. We could just lock this in for the day. It wouldn't be that bad. Let's see. So yeah, it's like kind of breaking the plan to take profits here. But also not a bad thing, right? Extra 810. Nobody got mad at that. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Take the effing profit. Shout out to Chilled Yakuza. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, 15-minute green dot is in. Should we just watch this live? Watch it live, baby. Should we just hang? Hey, guys, like a lot of people left. It's like just the OGs here now. Yeah, structure does look all right for more upside. Yeah, like you need a reason to hold the trade, right? Yeah, swung the lows here. Because my plan here, guys, to be honest with you, if you want a little behind-the-scenes action, I sat here all day, right? I entered the trade. She absolutely screamed to the upside. I took the partial profits and then said, all right, now we're locked in, guaranteed winning trade. Let's see if we could squeeze a little bit more out of her. And then she front-ran that target by just a tiny bit. So if I was still recording this video and didn't have to go live, I'd be sitting here still waiting for this to play out. And to be quite frank with you, hard to say. Should we just chill all night? Should we just stay live? Shout out to Wick's wife. Said, Jesse, I'm surprised you're still awake. You're committed. Shout out to Wick's wife, 589. What is going on? Punch that lemon. There's still juice inside. I love that. Let's see. Where's the local liquidation heat maps? Let's pull them up. Bada boom, bada bing. So I'm actually going to, so what I'll do here is I'll actually pull up the liquidation. Holy cow, why'd this zoom in so much? Gee, Lord. Yeah, hard to say if I'm being honest, right? So I pull up the liquidation levels here. These are high leverage liquidations. We do have some higher leverage liquidations sitting above the high here, right? So you do have the liquidity. It's really nothing that significant, to be quite honest with you. Let's see here though. Turn off this 1-minute TPO. Let's look at the 5-minute real quick. So you guys can see, just to kind of point this out, right? The next target, 15 is this basically this VPOC and TPOC confluence that we have up here. I love that ExoCharts combines them. 104.9. I have my TP is at 104.950. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's so easy to hold the trade when you've already locked in like 800 and have to stop loss at break even, right? Because I get to sleep tonight. Worst case, I make $800 in my sleep. It's like whatever. Let's see. Yup, that is the target. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. Let's get it, baby. It's coiling up on that pennant. It's going to pop out one way or the other. Is that a bear div on the shorter time frames? No, actually, you do have a little bit of a bull div here on the lower time frames, to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, you got a little, I mean, not really anything that significant, but you did get the SFP of the lows as well. A little bit of a bull div. Not really the best confluence there, to be honest. Yeah, 7-minute money flow in the red, 45-minute red dot printing. Should we wait for this 12-minute green dot? Should we just chill, guys? Should we just have like a chill stay live all night until you TP? Yeah, we're gonna be here until 2 in the morning. Mrs. Candles is low key chilling. She does not feel good, so she's laying in bed. So I'm kind of chilling today. Let's see. I'm up 26K in the past since XRP's last pump. Yo, let's go. Shout out to James. Let's get it, bro. Welcome to Candles After Dark. We're just chilling, guys. We're just chilling. Let's see. Bought a Daytona? Yo, shout out to James, bro. Like a Charger? Like a Daytona Charger? Shout out to you, man. I used to have an RT. I used to love that car. That was like my first car. Charger RT. The 5.7 Hemi, baby. 5.7 Hemi. Yo, what's up, Felix? What's going on, bro? Welcome in. I feel like this is like an exclusive live stream now. This is sick. What do we got? We got 554 in here. OG Mafia in the chat. I love it. I like being here with the real one. Shout out to Wake's wife, Fine89. Let's go. Let's go. Good as long as the stop loss is in. Let it ride into TP. Yeah. That's why, yeah, it's really hard. It's like, why not? Why not? If we get stopped out, like that's the funny thing, right? Like that's the psychology of trading, right? It's like if this thing ran into my stop loss, right? It would feel like a loss. I'd be like, oh my god, we got stopped out, but I made $800. And to be real with you, when I was filming that video, and you guys will see this video, I recorded the whole trade. It gets pretty chaotic, but I will say this, right? Like I'm sitting there in the trade, and if I got stopped out, it's almost like it feels bad, right? Like, oh, I got stopped out, but I literally make $800 for entering a trade, doing some analysis, and like just basically sitting and watching Instagram reels. It's pretty hilarious. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Jesse. Let's go. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that like button. Up 896 now. Frankie and I survived my Kadena trade from yesterday and ended up closing in big profit. Yo, shout out to Golden Child, bro. Were you able to get the kids back is my question. I had to move a couple more bands into my futures account to keep it afloat, but it paid off. Oh my God, shout out to Golden Child. I am so happy. That is the case, bro. Please don't get in that situation again. That's so dangerous. Loading up the account with some extra money. Good Lord. I'm so happy that worked out for you, bro. Let's get it. Throw some money here for our boy, Golden Child. Let's get it. Oh, God, I forgot I had the fan on. Guys, one day that fan's just going to fall on my head. You guys it's going to be hilarious. Would be up like 50K on XRP if I hadn't sold all my XRP last year. Shout out to Kem, bro. I know the feeling, my man. I know the feeling. Yeah, that fan is now wiggling a little bit more than it usually does. Yikes. Somebody get, did you put that trade? Shout out to Crypto King. No, this actually was not a trade in the Discord. This was like a degenerate long position. I don't typically trade, so this was not in the Discord. And the reason for that is I don't typically trade FOMC. I really just did this on my DGen account, and I'm not really going to share. I usually actually do. Let me rephrase that. This one not specifically, but when I take these very low time frame like DGen trades, Number one, it's extremely, extremely hard to get them into the premium Discord on time, right? Like I'm either gonna enter, and then by the time the Mafia gets the ping that it's like, hey guys, I took along based off of this. Like mostly, let me pull up the premium real quick. I'm actually gonna pull up my face cam because I don't know what's on here. I don't want to leak anything super secret. Wouldn't be fair for the people who pay. But just to kind of show you, right? Like if anyone's interested in kind of looking at how we do things in the Discord, typically how I handle this stuff, I'm trying to find something that didn't play out yet. Where is it? Come on. Getting close. So, okay. So here's a recent trade that we took. Typically what I do in the Discord is I have my key levels of support and resistance, right? Like the key levels that we're going to be looking for trades. And then I give an in detailed look at what I'm going to be looking for in that level, right? Because every trade's going to have different confirmations. So I say, if we come into this resistance zone, which is, there's a lot of nuance to it, but in simple terms, like, hey, if we push up into this zone, I'm going to be looking for shorts, and I'm specifically going to be looking for these confirmations to enter, right? Before price pushes up into those levels, right? We watched this level before price comes up, and then when we get up there, we say, hey, it looks like we could form these bearish confirmations, and then that's what I'm going to be looking for to enter. So the Mafia is prepared with that trap on the chart, waiting for price to come up and get into that level to take the actual trade. So then price comes up into that level. If we get the confirmations, we go ahead and take the trades, and I walk everybody through it, like exactly what I'm going to be looking for here. So in this case, it was this is more of an honorable mention, but if we but we're currently fighting up against the golden pocket. If we do have some liquidity sitting above at the local highs. If we aren't going to SFP the all-time high, we could potentially look for low time frame bearish divergences, bearish CVD/SFP into the 786 for a local scalp short in the context of the local value area. So come up here. So we have those liquidations sitting here. We want to sweep those highs with bearish divergences, and I'm going to look for that short back down to the value area low. So I give the exact confirmations. We even look at the heat maps together, and then if we scroll down here, right, starts to play out, and I walk everybody through the trades, right? Like, hey, Mafia, I'm just going to summarize this. I'm short. I got to go to bed. If we lose this level, I'm going to be looking to go down towards the POC, but I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. And then the next day, we wake up. I think it was the next day. We're at the POC golden pocket, 786. And it's like, hey, if we lose this level, I'm going to be I already taken profit, stop loss at break even, guaranteed winning trade, very similar to the situation I'm in right now. If we get stopped out, we make money. If it continues down to final TP, we make some extra money. And we're going to be looking down towards that value area low. And then where are we at? Right? She starts going towards that value area low, just like magic. We even threw some magnets on the chart here. And then finally, we got that full tap of the value area low for an absolute beautiful take profit. But I don't want to leak too much here. But we have a lot of fun here. It's not a signals group, but I do give those personal trade setups. But for the low time frame scalps like this one, in order for me to enter this trade, right, like I enter and it immediately starts ripping, right? So it's like it's impossible for me to alert the Discord, and just this was like a little bit more of a degen trade. So it's really hard to get those low time frame scalps in the Discord, unless sometimes they happen during the live stream and we'll just take it live. I don't like for FOMC, like this was a very, very risky trade. There was a high probability that this got stopped out. And I only put the highest probability trades in there. So technically this wasn't in there. But when I do take these trades, oftentimes I'll just let everyone know, like, hey guys, this isn't really a setup. I'm just letting you know I went long here for this reason. Super risky. Don't follow. Not financial advice. I just want to share with you guys what I'm doing because that's how you learn, right? So there you go. That was kind of a long I heard signals group. Shout out to Jay Violet. Not a signals group. But I will say this. If you guys want to check out the premium Discord, you can do the free it's kind of like a free trial. If you come on into the free Discord, go to the dining room. If you sign up with any of our exchange affiliates, you will get access to the dining room, which is like a freemium section of the Discord. And you get one premium post per week. Sometimes a lot of the times they're trade setups. Sometimes it's just general TA. But yeah, get in here. We share one post per week. I do this every day in the actual Discord. But yeah, if you're on our affiliate links, this is free value, right? So you can get an idea what it looks like and kind of how we do it. But there you go. But you don't get any like follow up, right? Like you might get like a setup, like, hey guys, we're looking for this, right? But then you won't get the follow up of like, hey, we're up here. So it's it's going to be different, but you also get a bunch of other stuff. You get altcoin alpha, custom exclusive chat, token metrics posts, exclusive giveaways, all that good stuff. This is sauce. Shout out to Jesse. Let's go. It's a long fake out. Yeah, baby. We're just chilling. Frank, we need to get some percentage gain pictures on the plays that are winners. I'll see if I can start doing that, and then you'll just have a list of all the winning trades and their gains. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Bro, that would be absolutely fire. That I would appreciate that a lot. We do have a winners wall. We do have a winner. We could go check out. I thought we had a losers wall as well. Also, guys, it's all about transparency, right? Like, I don't win every single trade, right? Like, I know a lot of influencers will pretend like, I mean, maybe some of them, I don't really know, but a lot of them probably, like a lot of the gurus, especially on like TikTok and stuff, like they try to act like they win every single trade. This is impossible. No trader wins every single trade. And I share my winners and my losers here. Where are we at? Right. I took a loss. Was this yesterday? I think this was yesterday. I took a loss yesterday, right? But you have to understand, right? Like this trade that I'm in right now, what are we up? Is it dumping? What's going on here? All right. So up 947, 750 locked in. So, up almost $2,000 here. And I took a loss yesterday, right? I looked to take a short, and I wound up being right, and they stopped me out like an absolute beginner, right? Like I just got stopped out. Unbelievable. This is kind of embarrassing. But the trade wound up playing out. I just got stopped out. My stop loss was too low, right? But I took a $78 loss. There you guys can't see that. $78 loss. Like I do not win every single trade. This is not how it works, right? This is not how trading works. Losing a trade is a cost of doing business, right? So, yeah, dang, that stings when you're right and they get you right before the move. Haven't felt that in a long time. Super small loss. I'll catch the next one. And that's the key, right? Like when your losses are $78 and your winners are, multiple thousands, that's how you grow your account, right? But again, we don't win every single trade. Actually, I think some of the Mafia probably did win this trade if they had a wider stop loss. My stop loss was just a little bit too tight. And it was literally, I got stopped out on a stop hunt, right? Like, which is like a super noob move. It's like I teach people how to trade to avoid stop hunts, and I got stop hunted. Super embarrassing, but that's okay. You can't win every single one. So we're up 945, guys. Like, do you think we're going to be able to get this? I don't know. I think we're chilling, guys. I'm chilling. Mrs. Candles is sleeping, and I think we're chilling. Let's see. Small losses. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. Absolutely, bro. We got to change your name to Smart Bitcoin. Selling anything short of low is a win. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Stop. As long as you're not wrecking your accounts. Anything Frankie does is fire. Yo, shout out to Ash, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Taking a stop, like, that's a win, right? That is good risk management. That is a win, 100%. And it is crazy, guys. Like, I am not special. I am not, like, I was not really good in school, right? I mean, I wasn't horrible either, but like, I don't even think that matters, right? Like, I hated school, right? Like, I'm not special. I'm not a math whiz. I don't know, I don't like know anything that anyone else can't learn. I'm just a normal person. And, even this is kind of like, this isn't even really that big of a trade for me. But let's say we close this for $2,000, right? Like, I made this having fun in the comfort of my own studio, right? Alongside one of the best communities ever. And I used to have to work multiple weeks to make $2,000, right? Now, obviously, you have taxes, all that stuff, and, obviously, you have to close out profit, right? If we dumped right now, I'm not getting that $974. So, take that for what it's worth. But, I'm not special, guys. You could do this, too. And I teach this for free. You guys know this every single weekday right here. Not special, but you are a beast. Yo, shout out to Twice, bro. I appreciate you. But, yeah, like, you guys can do this, too. I don't say this to, like, gas you up. I mean, I hope it gasses you up. But I don't, like, say this to, like, I say this because it's true. Like, I'm not special, guys. I'm not special. For a long time, when I was failing at this, going through the ringer of trying to learn how to trade, I thought there was something wrong with me. I was like, why am I such an idiot? Why can't I figure this out? But it really just took a lot of discipline and a lot of perseverance to just push through all the BS and come out on the other side. I am not special. You could do this too. I was taking $3 wins. I was taking $5 wins and feeling like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? Like, now they get bigger and bigger as you go on. I'm not special. You can get here. I promise you that. If you put the work in. Let's see. Shout out to Dave Digital. Said DYDX is killing me. Dumb trade. I shouldn't have entered. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Bro, that's how we know you're going to be a winner, bro. It's most people just blame the dang they just blame trading being a scam. It's totally not. Shout out to Setman said, yo, FC Sandy Springs in the house. Yo, shout out to you, bro. A little ATL native, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Welcome in. Dave Digital says 3-hour tour. Yo, yeah, are we? What are we going on right now? We got to be close to 2 hours and 19 minutes. Wow, this isn't even really that crazy for us. Future home robots that trade will learn from Frankie. The Transformers, the Jetsons. Yo, shut up the stupid Bitcoin. Bro, you a G. I lost 20K trading in my first 3 years back when I was 17. I got profitable in the last 12 to 16 months. Shout out to Rares. I don't know if I said that correctly. I apologize if I butchered it, bro. But let's go, bro. Nice work. Nice work, man. And that's the truth, too. It's like, you got to pay the market tuition, right? Like people go into debt to go to college to oftentimes get jobs that barely pay off the debt. They can barely pay off the debt with the jobs that they get. And it's like, this job has an absolutely no salary cap whatsoever. And you can do it from anywhere in the world. And now, again, I'm not going to sell you the fake dream of like laying on a beach, right? Like I was sitting, it's not really glamorous. And that's why I want to show you guys these kind of like live recorded trades, because trading's not as exciting or glamorous as people think it is, right? Like people think trading's this like, oh, I lay on a beach, or it's like click and buy and sell. It's like so easy. Like guys, this is what my trades look like, right? I enter, and you'll see this, right? And you've seen it in the last clips that I shown. Enter. Now we wait. And this is what I look like while I'm trading. That's a funny TikTok. Oh, most of the time I'm in the Discord or stuff like that. But, a lot of the times it's pretty boring, guys. It's pretty boring. It's like you're just waiting for that thing to play out. But, yeah, I just my market tuition was 30K. Got in almost around the top of the last bull market. Shout out to VSun. I wish I know. Frankie got nerd neck. Yeah. I'm like, you ever see that Instagram reel that's like, it's like, I don't know why my back hurts. And then it says also me. And it's like a guy on the computer. And he's like, that's literally me. But yeah, I wish I tracked how much I lost when I started. Luckily, I didn't have a lot of money to start. So that kind of made at least leverage trading. I never really put that much money in when I was learning, which was kind of smart. It was a lot of money for me at the time, but I didn't have a lot. So it was kind of like I could only put so much in. But yeah. Let's see. Coding indicators is more fun than trading. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. Hey, bro, if you got any fire, let us know, bro. Let us know. I don't know how to code indicators, but I'm sure it's fire. Tony D would probably like that. Gotta go. Sorry, boss. No, Jesse, have a great night, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you for always hanging out with us. We're probably going to hop off soon here, too, because it doesn't look like – I thought maybe Bitcoin was going to move soon, but it looks like it's just going to sit there. Oh, my God. Come on. Let's see. Is that 15-minute green dot confirmed? Money flow tries to come up, and we're just not pushing. Just not pushing. Yeah. I wish it would do something here. But I just don't have anywhere to go tonight. Usually I have somewhere to be. I'm chilling tonight. Shout out to K Diggity. He said, Frankie Maxey, trailing stop. Hey, what if we do, hey, who said that? Shout out to Taking Care of Business. Bro, dude, you're crushing tonight with the suggestions here. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's a happy medium. 964, I mean, we could lock it in, but what if we just trail the stop loss, right? That's kind of like a happy medium because we don't really know what happened on the poll. Bullish Bob said, so much news today, Frankie. Where's my 120K Bitcoin? Powell said Bitcoin. Shout out to Bullish Bob. Yeah. I don't know if I want Powell saying Bitcoin. Listen, Powell, listen. We love you, bro. We love you. And we hate you at the same time. But just keep Bitcoin out of your mouth, bro. Like, talk about other stuff. Like, just keep us out of it. Just, like, forget we exist. So yeah, maybe we trail. Maybe we trail the stop loss. All right. That way, if we stop out, we'll get another 527. Right. So you make over a G, like a little over $1,000. Not too bad, like $1,200-$1,300. Let's see. I'm with Frankie till the end. Shout out to K Diggity, and I know you're with Phoebe till the end as well, bro. And there is no end here. There is no end, guys. I'm not leaving. We were talking about that the other day. I could be literally worth $500 billion, and I would still want to do this. This is fun to me. This is I just feel blessed to be able to do this every day. This is super fun. All the bullish news over the last 2 weeks will start to become fuel for Bitcoin for the next month. No FOMC till March, so we can ride through February. Yeah, that is nice. Give us a break from the dang FOMC. Could we look at Sui? Yeah, while we wait for this dang trade to play out, we could try to take a look at Sui. Let's see. This is not our Sui chart. I should probably stop drinking Aztec and Cactus Moss water this late at night. But we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. All right, here we are. Oh, Sui. Sui playing with the value area high. Let's take a look here. So this money flow. Yeah, I thought that had crossed into the red and tried to come back up into the green. So you got your daily green dot. This is like the same thing, and we probably just got that. We just got the. Oh, actually, yeah, not really just, but yeah, got the daily green dot. 90-minute money flow, like still not coming up here. I would really like to see that money flow come up here and cross over into the green. But we have all day, right? We have a 22-hour. What is it? 22 hours and 54 minutes, right, for this daily green dot to confirm. So I would be all eyes on this 90-minute money flow. 80-minute money flow, not really. Yeah, we need this 80-minute and 90-minute money flow crossover to come in. That's your best bet of getting out of this value area. If you push back up, I'd be looking at this value area low. It's super local, but 404. Get above that, push up into the daily at 412, and then you could attack the POC and value area high closer to 422. So that is, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, trying to find relevant, yeah, I mean, you could even, like, take this, you can even get this out of here, right? Like, your next significant level is going to be this upper value area. Value area low at 424, right? So, but again, like looking at the daily, like this money flow does not look great, right? Like green dot, sure, right? But this would still make me anticipate lackluster pushes to the upside to potentially put in lower highs and continue down. Unless this money flow creeps back up into the green, which would be nice, right? But we need an aggressive pump for that to happen. Yeah, 1 hour green dot printing or looking to print as well. 12 and 16 hour green dots. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like all the 2-day, daily, all these higher time frame green dots printing could give you a retracement, but has to be in the context. Unless that money flow starts aggressively faking out, it has to be in the context of potential lower highs. I'd be watching this for the lower high. Because this is also in confluence with that local value area that I just had up there. So, I would definitely be careful here. Let's pull up the anchored VWAP real quick. Yeah. So get rid of some of this stuff too, just to clean up the chart. So yeah, this would be definitely a significant area of resistance. If Sui gets the breakout here and we push up, I'd be careful. If that money flow is still coming out on the higher time frames, like the daily, the 2-day, etc., could easily push up there for a potential lower high and continuation down. When the lower levels, POC sitting at 343, value area low at 333. So there you go. Shout out to Cleachy, said, can you talk about the new exchange coming? Yeah, we will have more information on Antarctic probably tomorrow. But yeah, shout out to Cleachy. I will keep you updated. I assume that's what you're talking about. It's the decks. I will definitely keep you updated on that. Thanks for all the love. Shout out to Oliver. No problemo, bro. Let's see. A grand a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. Absolutely. Technically, what is it? I mean, what is it? Is it $200 a day? 200. What is the normal? Hang on. Okay, yeah. So what is it? 240 working days. Now, okay, yeah. So technically, like, I mean, the median income in America is what, 48, 50K, something like that. So 200 a day technically could keep the 9 to 5 away. So, but you also have to understand you're not going to win you're not going to make $200 every single day. You're not going to trade every single day. That's just a rough estimate. But you're going to also have days where you make more than that. You're going to have winners that run. You're going to have losing days, losing weeks, etc. But yeah. 60K a year, maybe. Yeah, shout out to Kalichi. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Let's see. I tracked my losses. I have all my past taxes. Yo, shout out to Crypto Crab Man. Yeah, that's the one thing. That is the one thing. 500 a day is 120K. I'll tell you what, guys. I said this in the clip that I made the other day. If you know how to read the charts like this, and again, I don't want to try to sell fake dreams here, right? Like, it takes a lot of work to get to the point where you can consistently make profitable trades. And even when you get really good at the analysis and you can find that $500 on the chart every day, it doesn't mean you're going to follow your psychology rules. It doesn't mean you're going to follow your risk management rules, right? That's the hardest part of trading. Don't forget that. But finding $500 on the chart is not hard. What is hard is managing the trade, managing the emotions, etc. But yeah, like especially like volume profiles, guys. Like it is, in simple terms, like you get back into the range. There's like I think it's an 80% chance that you rotate to the bottom of the value area, right? You hold the low or deviate and come back into the range, there's an 80% chance you go up towards that value area high. It's a very high probability strategy that you could trade on any time frame. And price ranges 80% of the time, right? So not only is there an 80% chance that you're going to fully rotate the value area, but price ranges more often than it's not, right? So you have the most opportunity to look for trades by using that strategy. Watch the trade recap video that we dropped, was it earlier this week? Shout out to Taking Care of Business. At average salary in the U.S. is $35K. Oh, okay, interesting. I thought it was $48. But yeah, so there you go. That's even less than $200 a day. Definitely doable here, guys. And again, you don't need a $50,000 trading. If you're leverage trading, you don't need $50,000 to reasonably make that much money on a small move, right? What's Bitcoin doing here? We just still chilling? Hello? Do something, Bitcoin. Do something. 24-minute green dot. Oh, my God, it's going to $1 million. Come on. Let's pull up Exo charts real quick. Let's see something here. Now, like, of course, right? Like, I go late, right? And it just starts going sideways. This is crazy. Guys, I swear if I walk away from the chart right now, it'll move. Happens every single time. Thank you, Ken, bro. Thank you for sharing that, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, there is that video. This is the step-by-step trade breakdown of a recent value area trade that we took. This will teach you everything, the gist of what you need to know about this strategy. Go get some coffee. Shout out to 38. Yeah, all right, Bitcoin. I'm going to head out, Bitcoin. All right? Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. We know that you we know that you like to do that. Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. Did you see DYDX dropping below 8 cents, Frankie? All right, we're going to go check out DYDX Bitcoin. Stay put. Don't go up. We're getting coffee. DYDZ. Let's see. 80 cents. I mean, to be quite honest, obviously, and I know, Ken, bro, I know you know this, I'd probably put a pretty low probability on it. Obviously, not financial advice, not 100% guaranteed. But me personally, I mean, at least as of right now, like you're not even at the POC. You're not at the value area low. And if you pull this fib here, all right, so you lost to 786. Yeah, I mean, you do have a decent bit of support down below, right, before you hit 80 cents. So you still have the POC. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if you do come down here, right? POC value area low. I mean, this is probably going to act as a magnet just because of the how tight together that POC and value area low is. So let me... No weekly, no monthly. Let me see this real quick. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you do. Yeah, this POC is a daily naked point of control, which isn't super uncommon. But, yeah, I mean, you got your value area. I mean, this might act as a magnet for price. I'll get rid of this. Yeah, this might act as a magnet for price, but this is pretty decent support. I mean, this VWAP's been flipped. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the only thing I don't love, right? I wouldn't say soon. I wouldn't have a reason to think that this is just going to like drop down. I think there's a pretty good chance with these high time frame green dots looking to print that you're at least going to get some kind of retracement first. And even if you came down to like 90 to 83, like you might get close, right? Like even if you deviate this, but I don't really see, at least as of right now. Yeah, hard to say, honestly. But really no reason to worry about that until you start losing this range. And you do have nice support down here too. So I'd be looking for longs down here personally. Especially with these higher time frame green dots, I think it's more likely to at least get some kind of retracement first if you're going to go ahead and lose 80 cents. But you definitely have nice support down there. Let's see. So we shortened Bitcoin back to 95K. I hope so. I'm kind of waiting for my key level to get tapped here. I am just waiting. Come on, Bitcoin. Haha, see? Look, we were getting coffee, guys. I said we go get coffee. And is this the longest fake out ever? Shout out to Wick589. Yes, 100%. How do you pull those lines so clean on the chart, Frankie? Shout out to VSun. I know you're not talking about the volume profiles. Are you talking about this? You talking about the trend line? Let me know. Let me know, VSun. I'll try to answer you. Let's see. Shout out to CJ, said, have you tried Chart Prime? My friend swears by it. I think they gave me access to Chart Prime, or I used to have access to Chart Prime. I think I have checked these out. I'll be honest. I am a pretty big creature of habit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Not that I don't try... Not that I don't like trying new indicators. It's actually something I like to do for fun, right? I like testing out new indicators, but when it comes to my actual trading, I'm pretty stuck on Lux Algo and Market Cipher. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, indicators are all showing and working off the same information, right? And that's why I always tell people, like, people ask me why I don't look at moving averages. People ask me why I don't... People ask me why I don't look at certain things, right? And the answer to that question is, like, you can only have so much information on your chart. Too much information is bad information. But yeah, I mean, like, I would be looking, and here's the thing, right? Like, if you're looking for divergences, right? Like, this is showing the same thing for the most part as Market Cipher. Like, what if I drag this on top? Hang on. Yeah, like this shows very similar to, like, these are just, it's just like momentum, right? Like, same thing with the RSI, right? Like, if we drop the RSI on here. Now, again, is there a reason I use Market Cipher? Absolutely, right? Like, I prefer to use Market Cipher for many reasons. For my oscillator, I prefer to use Lux Algo for many things for a specific reason. But there's really no, like, I think a lot of people look at indicators as, like, buy-ins, like it's going to make them the money, right? It doesn't matter how accurate the indicator is. Like, there's no indicator that's going to be able to tell you when to buy and sell, because they're all working off the same thing, right? But, like, even if you grab let me get rid of the EMA here real quick. So, like, if I grab this RSI, right? So you can see, like, chart, and I don't know if this is exactly what you were talking about, but same thing stands, right? Like, your bearish divergence, lower highs, higher highs. Market Cipher B, lower highs, higher highs. Right? RSI, drag the RSI. It's kind of hard to see. Let me change the, right? RSI, very similar. Lower highs, higher highs, right? Like, it may all match up, right? Because, like, they're all looking at the same exact information, right? So, like, they only be so different. I like the way, specifically for me, Market Cipher B is just displayed in such a way with the money flow and the momentum waves together with the red dot. It's all visualized in such a perfect way, in my own personal opinion. That's why I like it. But yeah, like, indicators are a lot of personal preference, to be honest. Because there's really, in my opinion, the only thing that can make an indicator better than another is the way it's presented, right? Because, like, no indicator has secret information to tell you when to buy or sell, contrary to what some people will try to tell you. That's great info. Thanks. Yeah, shout out to CJ. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's why you don't really ever see me hating on indicators, because it's like they're all working off the same information, right? That's the same thing I don't hate on ever hate on strategies, right? Like, someone tells me, hey, I trade smart money concepts or I trade ICT. Sure. Like, if you're making money, trade what, or even patterns. Like, I don't hate on patterns, but I definitely don't trade them, right? Like, it's definitely a little bit of a guru trap. People be like, it's so easy, and that's how they trap people in to buy, like, a course, right? But if you're out there trading patterns and making money, if you told me you trade the moon cycles and make money, I'm going to tell you to keep doing that. I'm not going to try to shill you my strategy, right? Like, I want you to make, because I genuinely want you to make money. So it's the same thing with indicators. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Monkey. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. He says, or did it never stop? Or did it not stop? Not stop, still going. I have Market Cipher and still use the RSI. There you go, Cryptic Crabman. There you go. Let's see. Today's fake out. Greater than live stream. Loving it. Shout out to V-Sun. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, no, the way you draw possible price scenarios, it's always clean lines. Oh, you mean like how I like when I'm trying to like draw like what price will do? Is that what you mean? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's my mouse pad. My mouse mat is very. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I see people draw with the brush tool and they draw perfect straight lines and it bugs me out. I want to know how they do it. There's got to be a button you could hit to just draw a straight line. I can't do it. I don't know who does it. I don't know how people do it. Benjamin Cowan. I don't know if he's like secretly using trend lines and not the brush tool. I haven't seen one of his videos in a long time, but he used to draw lines like, I think they were brush. He would be able to draw, like he'd be drawing with the brush, and he'd be like, "Gotta watch, down here is a very like," and he would draw these perfectly straight lines. Those actually aren't that bad, but I don't know. I can't get him that clean. I gotta ask him. Jesse is allergic to sleep. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse, go to sleep, bro. We'll be here tomorrow. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Fibs and volume profiles plus the RSI will do very well if you don't have anything else or don't want to pay for anything. Yeah, chemistry, bro. That is, maybe I'll make a new video about like free indicators I would use. 100%. Fibs, volume profiles, and the RSI. If you have no money to spend on premium indicators, that is all you would need. Because you would use your RSI for divergences. You would use your fib for key levels, right? And your volume profile for key levels, right? Like that's basically, and you could have confluence between all those. There is totally enough on TradingView for you to have a fire indicator set up without having to spend any money, for sure. That was straight AF. Shout out to Sumer. Yeah, I wish. I don't know. Some people can just nail it though, like perfectly straight. I can't do it. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do here with Bitcoin, guys. She's just not moving. She pushed up a little bit. Up 1,000. Up 1,000 now. You're gonna have us both on the couch tonight, streaming this late. Shout out to Ando Pancho. Let's go. Shift key. Is shift how they do it? Oh, you're gonna blow my mind, bro. Is that straight? Did you just... Hang on. No. Hang on. No, I think I'm getting lucky. Yeah, wait, hang on. I'm getting lucky, I think. This is... Okay, yeah, that one was crooked. Okay. Oh, God, you would have tripped me out. That does work on trend lines, though. If you have a trend line, you hold down shift, it'll make it perfectly straight. Right? So you go like this, hit shift, it goes straight. Same thing with vertical. If you're crooked, it'll go vertical if you hold down shift. Wow. Chemistry, bro. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we said that at the exact same time. That's crazy. Age is still waking up, baby. Let's go. I'm trolling, bro. But yes, trend lines, it works. Yeah, shout out to because I can bump it. Alt F, you can shortcut for fibs. Right? What's another cool one? We're just kind of freestyling here at the end of the stream. Alt F. What's another one? Of course, I can't think of any good ones. What's another good one? Spacebar moves down your watch list. I mean, that's a pretty simple one. Yeah, Alt F. What else is there? Control Alt Delete. Yo, shit. Control Z. Oh yeah, shift click for measuring. Yep, that's huge. That's super. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I think I'm doing something wrong. Sometimes when I do that though, it doesn't work 100%. It doesn't work all the time. Of course, it's working every time now, but I'm sure you guys have seen me struggle with that on stream. Sometimes like I'll do it. I'll try to measure, and I think it's because sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it works perfect. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, shift click. That's a good one. Alt F4. Shout out to JD. Let's see. Frankie, you still streaming? Is everything okay with Mrs. Candles? Shout out to the Rising Sun. Yes. She actually just doesn't feel good, so she's sleeping. So I'm chilling. I probably shouldn't have done the fake out. I should have just done the live stream. I should have just went long for the live stream because we like kicked out half the people. Oh yeah, Vu Manchu versus Market Cipher. We gotta look at that. I think this is the one that everyone looks at. Let me just clean this up real quick. I'll keep the VWAP. Get the RSIs, bearish divergence lines off. Stock. Let's try to clean this up a little bit so we can compare it. Yeah, the money flow is off on Vu Manchu from what I've seen. As well as also, all right, that's close enough. No, we need the money flow. Get rid of that. RSI. Huh. Oh, stock D. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so this is the thing with actually, you know what? I'll get rid of everything other than the money flow, right? That way we can. So yeah, this is the one thing. It's like the money flow is the thing that's off, and the money flow is one of the biggest things that I look at on Market Cipher. So yeah, Market Cipher up top, Vu Manchu on the bottom. Now, this is not to say that this is useless. This is not to say that this is useless, but if you're looking for what I'm looking for on money flow, this it's definitely Market Cipher for me personally. So yeah, you fake out into the red, Like this would have been like, this is the 3-minute obviously, but this would have been like, oh well, hey, like crossing into the red could start a downtrend here, and then you just fake out into the green. Oh no, it is starting, and then you just cut, and then on Market Cipher it just stays in the green, right? Come up to the 1 hour maybe. Yeah, so like, yeah, you can see like pretty different here. Money flow crosses into the green here for the continuation up. You're in the red, in the green, in the red, in the green, in the green, in the red. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, it's a lot more different than I had realized. I thought they were closer, to be honest. But yeah. So the money flow is definitely different on Vu Manchu, but again, doesn't mean that it's like useless at all. Again, like if you don't have a budget to work with, if you don't have money for Market Cipher, right? Like, you got to work with what you got. Oh, Bitcoin pumping, baby. Bitcoin pumping. Send it to 100K. I'm never going to not be able to say 100K, guys. I'm so used to like us being at 20K calling for 100K. There we go. There's the alert, baby. Come on, pump it. Pump it, baby. Let's go. Somebody call Satoshi. I'm glad we waited now. Is she going to make a run for the I'll be honest, guys. Is she going to make a run for this dang target? Come on, baby. Let's take it away. We're pumping, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Frankie, I'm scared. Shout out to Hollywood. She's ripping, baby. Up 1,400. I got to cut this short, too, tonight. So I still got some more work to do. People think it's all fun and games being a YouTuber. I'll tell you what. I've never worked more in my life before I had a YouTube channel. And I've always been a worker. Alt-I to inverse. Yo. No way. Up 1150. Alt-I to invert. Am I about to like, yo. Stop. Who said that? That is one I did not know. I don't think I knew that. Yeah, because I always right-click invert. I always, okay. I see you. Put on some of that ratchet to help it pump, baby. Come on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play a new song. I gotta add this to the stream deck, guys. I got a fire song. It's a techno song or a house song. I don't know what I would call it. Where is it? This it? I think this is it. I hope it is. No, this is not it. This is kind of a fire song too, though. Come on, Bitcoin. This one's kind of fire. All right, she's pumping, baby. Alt-G to go to a specific date. That is useful. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to lower this. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Yeah, shout out to Jin says, when you see the chart inversed, it gives you a better idea of where it's going. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I invert the chart to do exactly that, right? Like, gives you gives you a different perspective. It's, yeah, like, for me personally, I gravitate to, I prefer to short than long. I don't know why. I prefer shorts just because I feel like gravity's on your side, which obviously makes no sense. So sometimes when I'm looking for longs, I will invert the chart because I feel much more comfortable for some reason taking a trade off of a bearish divergence, and you can invert market cipher as well. But it's much easier for me to like find bearish, like trade a bearish divergence. I just feel more comfortable. So sometimes I invert the chart, low key. Fun fact. Oh God, logarithmic market ciphers out of control. All right, what's she doing here? Come on, Bitcoin. Like, don't tease us. 5-minute green dot incoming, guys. It's going to $1 million. Oh, I gotta no, never mind, guys. We're inverted. Red dot. 5-minute red dot coming. Yo, shout out to Hollywood said this is like the background study music when we watch a Frankie Saws video. Yo, shout out to Hollywood. I'm trying to find the one that I really want to hear. Where is it? I think this is it. This might not be it either. I don't think this is it. Let's go, Bitcoin! That's what we needed. This is hype. This isn't even the song I wanted. Oh, no. This might be it. No, this isn't it. No, this isn't it either, guys. Hang on. We're going to find this. Oh, is this the one that we just heard? This is the one we just heard. We're going to find it, guys. That Crypto Monkey, I love dubstep. Love it. Love it. Ever since Screamin' Banga, I love dubstep. I'm an OG dubstep. Come on, Bitcoin. Man, I really want to find this song. Found it. I might start stanky legging, guys. Not gonna lie. Yes. Shout out to my paper past. Technically, this is a super low time frame bearish divergence on the 1 minute. Higher highs, lower highs. My first time tuning in. I like the energy. Reminds me of Crypto Batman's YouTube channel back in 2021. Crypto Batman. How have I never heard of that guy? Crypto Batman. It's a fire name. Let's go. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome to the CandleMafia. Could play out for 0.05, then reverse on the 1 minute bear div. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'm not going to lie here, guys. I don't love this 5 minute. It just it's not that it looks super bearish. It just makes it. I want this to play out faster. I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here and wait. Come on, we want that instant money, baby. We want that instant money. Now 11:37. Let's go. Shout out to 38 said, loving the chill stream. Should do this more often. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Still long, baby. My paper bats. Yeah, oh yeah, baby. We're still long. We're still long. These late streams are lit. Shout out to Ando. Yeah, man. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for a little bit of a change. Like, we'll never change the 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time frame live stream. I can't even talk anymore. I've been live for too long. But yeah, I think I want to add some content. We're trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. We're definitely gonna make some changes. But yeah, I like these chill streams. Taking altcoin requests like endlessly is exhausting. But these are chill. Maybe we'll just go live when we're in trades and stuff. It'd be more fun, more chill. And we'll obviously always keep the 5 p.m. live stream. All right, let's take a look here. We're losing all our money, guys. It's dumping. It's dumping. We're poor now. We're poor. Oh, 5-minute SFP. Like it. Let's see here. All right. I opened up a head short here, a scalp head short. Super low time frame. We just SFP'd this wick, at least on the 5-minute and 7-minute. Pop this one open on Femex. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're just degenning out here. We're just degenning out. Literally should not be drinking this at 8:30 p.m. Let's see. You get 400x on Mexi. That's crazy. How is that possible? Yo, shout out to Mondito. Said Bitcoin's going to hit 120K in the next 24 hours. Please, for the love of God, I hope that is the case. All right, let's see here. I missed that song. That was a fire song. 1 minute till the bottom. Yeah, 1 hour green dot. Mixed signals here. Mixed signals. Yeah, like 80 minute looking for the red dot, 90 minute looking for the red dot, 1 hour looking for the green or having the green dot, 2 hour looking for the red dot. Mixed signals here. We are now hedged though. We are now hedged. Oh, we're up $15, guys. We can't even cover the fees. Unbelievable. Let's see here. I think I have settings here. No, I don't. Oh, man, I wish I had my custom fib. This is annoying. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let me change these fib settings. All right. Let's get that golden pocket here. Let's take these backgrounds off. Get rid of the, where's the level, trend line, okay. And we'll get rid of 0, and we'll get rid of 1. All right, let's see here. All right, we're hedged here now. Up $30. Oh my God, we're rich. We're rich. Let's see. What comes first? Pump or dump? Pump or dump? Almost sounds like Sandstorm. Shout out to Pennywise. That is right. Sandstorm. Wow, what a classic. You just brought back memories, bro. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Monkey says, CJ says, how do you hedge? You got to change your settings. If you go to the top right corner, you could change. I don't know if it's going to like leak all my stuff. But yeah, if you go to your settings, you'll be able to turn on hedge mode. Yo, shout out to Golden Wolf said, I'm confused. I thought he said he ended the stream. I walk back and I walk the dog and come back and we're still live. Yeah. We did. This is the longest fake out in history here, guys. Mrs. Candles is sick right now, so I'm just chilling. I figured I'd hang out a little bit longer. He's going to crush our YouTube analytics because we had a huge drop off when I ended the stream and now we have like half the viewers. Not great for YouTube analytics, but I don't care. I'm here for the Mafia, baby. Let's see. History being made. This might be our longest live stream ever, guys. 3 hours. We don't typically do 3 hours. Usually it's 2 hours. Encore stream, my paper pass. Yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can run it back up to 1,200 viewers. That'd be hilarious. What did we peak at today? That'd be hilarious. Peak at, 1,240. Let's see if we can get back up to 1,200. Let's see. How do I get rid of this poll? End poll. I'm ending the poll, guys. I'm ending the poll just because I can't see. This is the real OG stream. Shout out to Jesse. Yeah, let's go, baby. You got to fake out. Shake out the paper hands, baby. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Hopefully, I got the 7-minute red dot here now. 45-minute green dot confirmed. Kind of just mixed signals here. Mixed signals. 1 hour green dot. What is... Yeah, so like the 4-minute, 3-ish, 4-ish minute. I say next green dot on the 1 minute, I say we bear div into our target. That's what I say. I say the next 1 minute green dot. Yeah, we still got a little while to go to the target, though. So that might not be correct. We might bear div not into the target, but we might bear div into some of these local highs. Let's see, 150K in one candle. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Crypto Monkey. Wish I could like it twice. Shout out to Chris Smith. Let's go, baby. You could like it 3 times. If you're going to like it 3 times. Make sure it's an odd amount of times. Shout out to Martin says, if Bitcoin goes up to 140K, do you think it can go as low as 30K in the next bear market? Typically what I look for in the bear markets is at first, right, or at least for this past cycle, what I looked for initially was a retest of the previous all-time highs. That was kind of my thesis, was if we do come down, just from like a chart perspective, it would make sense to come back down and test the previous all-time high, right? And that's pretty much, I was looking, I think we could look back and see what it was. 12 to 14K was my bottom call before we came down to the bottom. I was like, 12, 14K, that might be like the lowest we go. We come down, retest the all-time high, maybe dip below 12 to 14K. Missed it by a little bit. We came to 50. We didn't get quite to 14 to 12K. But at the end of the day, right, like what does this look like? You come down, you retest the all-time high. That's clearly going to be support. And then obviously a lot of people calling for like 10K to come down and test this structure over here. Never got it, obviously. But, if we came back to retest the all-time high, I don't think 30K is likely. In my own personal opinion, right? Because like technically, for the most part, right, like Bitcoin likes to do, 70-ish%. I mean, 80% here in 2017, 77% here. And it always, every cycle gets like less and less intense, right? 87%. Then you get 84%. Then we get 77%, right? So if we go to 140K and we'll say maybe 76% or something like that, 140K. What is 70? So like maybe 74K. I mean, that brings you into the 30s. I don't know. Yeah, it really does depend on how high we go, right? Because if you go to 200K, which, who knows if we get that, right? That is more realistic in my opinion. Not realistic to get to 200K, but like this would make more sense to me, right? Because like if you go to 200K, and then you get like a 73, 74% pullback. Like that's almost the same thing, right? Like you come up, you come back down to retest those previous all-time highs. That brings you down to like the mid-50s. 60s to 50s. That makes more sense to me. Because that would be a very similar situation, right? You drop down to the all-time highs, you lose it a little bit, and then you reclaim and go. So that would make a little bit more sense in my opinion, right? Because, like, say you go up to 200, retest a little bit, and then go back up, you know, obviously full bear market. That would be, yeah, like 74%, 50K. 50K would make sense from 200 maybe. I don't know. Yeah. That's what I would look at, right? Because, like, you could, like, very clearly just, like, whatever. What was this one again? This was 85, 84, 77. So, yeah, like, you would, as the asset matures, you would expect that volatility to lower, right? So you wouldn't expect that much of a drop. So, yeah, that would make sense. I don't know if we'll see 30 again. Kind of hard to say. It really depends on how high we go, in my opinion. Let's see. It's 85K in electricity and whatever else. The market can't stay here forever or the miners will be bankrupt. And they are selling to people on OTC for a loss. Shout out to taking care of business. Let's go. 15-minute more downside till. Let's check it. Let's see here. Yeah, 15-minute red dot incoming. 4-hour money flow in the green. Yeah, I don't know if we're really going to see an outcome here, to be honest. We'll see. I mean, yeah, 15-minute red dot. 4-hour money flows in the green, but this could mean so many things, right? We can come up and then pull back and then get a red dot, and then, you know, eventually we continue the uptrend. But we're likely not gonna see the outcome of all this, in my opinion. Probably going to take a little while. But my next target's 12K tomorrow. Shout out to Dave Digital, bro. Shout out to Dave. 12K tomorrow, guys. It's going to 0. Let's see. We actually did go to 10 to 12K. If you take BTC insurance and M2 money supply, yes. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. You're actually 100% correct. Not just pure USD value. Yeah, bro. Yo, shout out to Chem, bro, dude. You're a smart fella. I mean, a smart fella. Shout out to Ken, bro. Yes, 100, absolutely. Yes, 100% correct. Which is crazy. Shout out to Setman. Said, Frankie Candles, have you had Antico Pizza near Georgia Tech? If not, let's go. Shout out to Setman. I have not. I would like to try it. I am determined to find good pizza in Georgia. I have not found it yet. Let's see. Is Fart still ripping? That's Art. Let's check out Fart. Let's see. Is this the whole chart? I guess it is, right? This is somewhat new. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I was going to say, I remember this thing, like, screaming to the upside recently. Got this, boom. Whoops. Where we at? Lock it. POC. All right, so you're bouncing off the POC here. This is not bad. This is kind of a clean volume profile. Low, high, POC, high, low, high. Yeah, it's hard to say here. I mean, yeah, daily green dot. Daily green dot is 100% the next thing for a move to the upside. That is what we're looking for. But again, like, based off money flow, we would have, at least Fartcoin looks a little different, money flow coming up. But on a lot of the other alts, like, daily green dot gives us the push to the upside, but I would still anticipate a continuation down, lackluster retracement, continuation down based off money flow, at least as of right now. So, see, link. Yeah, green dot printing, but again, that money flow would call for the continuation down. Could give you a little bit of a... Pretty crazy. Bitcoin has never gone below the value at previous presidential elections. That's interesting. Shout out to Bailey. In the next bear market, which is right around the value of the last bull market top. Let's go. That would correlate with what I'm looking at. Yo, shout out to JD. Said, okay, we broke 600. Can we get to 625 for the super fake out? Fondle the like button. Purple Pepe. Let's go. Shout out to JD. Let's get it, bro. Blow out to the downside on fart. Gotcha. Shout out to it's gonna dump. Fart's gonna dump. Let's see. Top G in the chat. Whiff. We can take a look at whiff. Yeah. This world is crazy, guys. When people are retiring off Fartcoin, it's quite horrifying. Quite horrifying. Is this a 24-hour stream? Rag Capital. I'm not gonna lie. It might be. Pangu. We can take a look at Pangu. Yeah, whiff is a similar situation as yesterday. I mean, we got to get back in this range, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we were looking at whiff yesterday, looking for the or recently we were looking for the daily bull div for the next move up. You confirmed it, technically. It's not the cleanest bullish divergence, but you're below the value area. You have the daily bull div. This is your best shot at potentially coming back up to this value area low, but it looks like we already kind of came up and rejected. But again, money flow, like this daily money flow does not look good, right? This daily money flow is still coming out. 12-hour VWAP rolling over. See, yeah, like this 8 hours kind of screaming bullish divergence. So kind of what I would look for here. We have an MPOC down below by chance. Weekly MPOC. No MPOC. Dang, that's trash. Yeah, I wish there was something that we could put a bull div in on, because if you take a look at the 8 hour or the 4 hour, yeah, like some of these other time frames look like you might want to take one of these and then just get like a nice bullish divergence on some key medium time frames for a bounce back into the value area low for a rotation, at least into the POC. But yeah, it's kind of nasty down here. It's just choppy. There's no clear signals. I mean, like even here, like you didn't really get the 1 hour bull div. You kind of just flattened out. I mean, you kind of just made that lower low. Hard to say. I mean, I will say this, these green dots on the higher time frames, 2, 3, yeah, like even this 2-day, like this is not even a bull div, right? It's like barely a bull. It's like an exaggerated bullish divergence. You got your equal lows with your like massively lower lows. It's wonky. But these high time frame green dots is your best bet for a retracement back to the upside. But I will say, with the way money flow looks, probably looking, at least as of right now, for lackluster retracements, lower highs, and continuations down. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on whiff. Let's see. Smash that like button. Make sure you didn't unlike it. Shout out to JD. Let's go, baby. Can't forget Butthole Coin. Is Butthole Coin an actual thing? I bet you it is. Oh, it is a thing. Of course it is. I'm not gonna lie. Bullish on Butthole. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. Don't take that the wrong way, but it's the truth. I just don't get how this doesn't pump. Especially if we get like another big run, right? And like the euphoria comes back in, a little bit of a rounded bottom here. Bullish on Butthole, not gonna lie. This is crazy. Guys, I don't know, where did we go? What world do we live in here, guys? What world do we live in here where we are literally doing TA on Butthole? This is crazy. It's respecting the value area. I mean, this is clean, low key. Hop on the low, POC tap right to the high. I mean, this is low key fire. Like, this thing is respecting the value area perfectly. I love this. We might have found our favorite coin. We might have found a new favorite coin, guys. Butthole to the moon, low key. I'm going to tweet it. Oh, my phone died. Somebody tweet Butthole to the moon for me. Where's the charger here? Let me charge up the old phone here. I would invest in Butthole. Me too. This is I am bullish on this. I am bullish on Butthole. Fresh 4-hour money flow crossover into the green. No information. I mean, you're still I would assume you have the 2-day money flow crossovers. Yeah, I mean, you might get a cool off here, but money flow coming up here. I just don't see how this doesn't pump, right? Like it's like the same thing with Fartcoin, right? Like how is that not going to pump? Especially you get euphoria, you get like all the retail in there, like don't know, they just think they're going to get rich off a meme coin. I think this is how's COQ doing? I haven't checked my COQ in a while. Okay, all right, it's wrecked. I'm holding my COQ. I'm holding this thing until it goes to 0, which it's almost at, or until it goes to $1 million. Yeah, I am holding this till the end of time. Let's see. I went to dinner and you're still live. Shout out to B Gold. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. We're chilling. We're setting a world record. Yo, Pennywise said, clip that. Yo, nobody clip it. I'm bullish on Butthole. Oh, it's gonna be taken the wrong way so bad. Shout out to Golden Wolf said I was watching some degen altcoin trading last night. Watched Dev rug pull people for like 2 hours on new coins. Yeah, shout out to Wolf. That's crazy. Tony D said using the fast charger. Actually, no, I don't have it in the studio. I have it in I have it in my kitchen. Dave said, Frank Candles, I'm going to give you a pass on that because I'm sleepy, but bullish on Butthole, not going to lie, is a great clip. Shout out to Dave Digital. Make it viral. Should I say coin? Butthole coin, because I'm sorry. I bet fake Mrs. Candles knows about your COQ. She does. She actually holds COQ. She actually holds. Never mind. I'll just say this. I don't hold my own COQ. I put it because I'll lose it, right? I'll lose the seed phrase to my wallet. So Mrs. Candles, too late now. Shout out to Pennywise. Yeah, it's I think Elon is gonna tweet about Doji line this bull market. Bailey, maybe. I want to invest in Butthole now. I don't own Butthole, but I will buy it. I will buy Butthole. I will pay for Butthole, guys. I will spend money on. Guys, I gotta end this stream. Guys. Unbelievable. But it's a bull. It's like, I don't know. It's like hard to say that this is a bullish chart, but I mean, I don't know. I just like, what other coin would people buy? Like, it's almost as good as Fartcoin. It might be better than Fartcoin. Fartcoin is low key like a, Fartcoin is like low key fire too, right? Like, why wouldn't someone want to buy Fartcoin? It's fun. It's easy. It's can see them using Doge for that. Shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't think you can get it for free nowadays, right? Butthole, I mean, it's 4 cents. I mean, it's not cheap. Oh God. Shout out to Mike. All right, time to go to bed. Shout out to Kalichi. I don't think Doge Network will work for payments on X. Maybe XRP. Yeah, 100%. Random says, I guarantee it's mostly Americans that are holding the body part coins. Yes. I will say this, like the meme coins sucked a lot of liquidity out of the other altcoins. It's like this was definitely to a degree the like pump fun bull market. It to be honest with you, it sucked a lot of liquidity out of the market, and I'm not really here for it, to be honest. Like, I like meme coins, but it's just like, I don't know. I tend to be like, I like having fun with meme coins, but like, I tend to be a little bit more like, guys, can we be serious now? Like, why do we have to buy Fartcoin? Like, can't we just like invest like adults? Of course we can. We're crypto degens. Of course we can. I love it though. On a serious point though, Fart was made by an AI, which is why it's special. Shout out to Kembro. That makes sense. God, what a... I do not buy Fartcoin. I did not buy Fartcoin. Shout out to K Diggity. Yeah, shout out to Golden Child. I kind of feel the same way. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm not really... Crypto's crypto's kind of like crypto needs to get like washed with in my opinion, right? Like I don't love the actually I heard Andrew Tate talk about this, and he's like talking about how he hates that like the crypto community all like jokes about being morons and like aping into coins and losing all their money because they're morons. Like I kind of agree with that. Like it's just so degenerate, and it's like it's just like I don't know. And then like you have the whole content part of it. This is why like I try to stand out. You just like everyone and their grandma's out there scamming people. Nobody's authentic. Everybody's lying. It's I don't know. It's like it's just full of scams, and it's just which is nice though, because it's eventually it won't be like that, and we'll look back on these days as the glory days. So yeah, I know they're making 12,000 crypto coins a day. There's 40 million coins now. That is crazy. Yeah. It just sucks all the liquidity out. It's who wants to put money into these scam coins whose movement is predicted entirely upon unpredicted extraneous factors with assets like Bitcoin? At least the most reasonable projection foundation. Yeah, shout out to ARK. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. It's like a lot of people who are going to make a lot of money with meme coins. These are a lot of the people that are going to be like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, unless this is the cycle where, like, think about this, guys. Like, meme coins were a thing last cycle, right? And then everything went to zero. The bear market comes. Nobody's talking about meme coins. No one's trading meme coins. You can't make money. And a lot of these people are going to make money, and they're going to blow it all on stupid things like Lamborghinis and stuff. And they're going to realize that they haven't developed any skills to make the money, right? This is why I trade. If crypto got regulated into the ground and you couldn't trade it anymore, I could trade stocks. I could trade corn. I could trade anything, right? But a lot of this meme coin stuff, like this is and listen, make your money, baby. Make your money in meme coins, right? But just understand that unless this bull market is just, meme coins are never going to go away just because of pump fun, and maybe that could be the case. But just remember, like there were meme coin millionaires last cycle. What were they doing during the bear market? And they were blowing their money on stupid things, and it's like you're not really learning anything, right? You're just gambling and you're hitting it big in the casino. And then like you have to remember taxes. You have to remember like a lot of people don't think about this stuff. UFC meme coin. I can't physically bring myself to buy a meme coin. Might be my downfall. Shout out to FaZe. I don't think it's a downfall, bro. I don't think. At the end of the day, for me, it's more of a shout out to Void Tides. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Make the money and use the profit to start a legitimate business that keeps bringing in the money. Yeah, absolutely. It's like and there's nothing wrong. Like you hit it big with meme coins. You just got to be smart. Like a lot of these people, it's like I think they think that it's a legitimate way. Oh no, volume down. Are we talking about Bitcoin volume? Or are we talking about microphone volume? Yeah, I don't know. It's Solana trenches printing millionaires every day. Yeah, shout out to Salvatore. Absolutely. But here's the thing, right? Like the Solana trenches are the Solana trenches because we're in a bull market, right? Like when we go into a bear market and all that volume like there's no more volume and no one's trading meme coins anymore. Then what do you do for money, right? You got to hope that you hit it huge, right? And maybe a lot of people are going to make millions and millions of dollars, and they'll be able to pay their taxes and be okay. But a lot of people are thinking that it's like a sustainable way to make money consistently. This is a limited window to capitalize on that opportunity to make that money. The UFC just launched a meme coin. Don't tell me that. We got the DGen into UFC. I will buy UFC. I will do it. Let's see. Sold pretty meters every day and can't cash out because of lack of exchange liquidity. Yeah, I know. It's the same thing that last cycle, right? It's obviously a little different with like the Solana trenches and stuff, but yeah, it's and listen, there's nothing wrong with printing money during the bull market, right? I was watching a video of like some like Solana trench trader, and he's like, yeah, like I'm making so much money every single month, and like it seems right, like they seem like a smart guy, so I'm pretty sure he's probably going to try to create some kind of business out of the attention that he has right now. But the question is like, hey, are you going to be able to sustain, like when you're in a bear market, right? And like, it's not that easy to make money, right? It's easy to make money in a bull market. It's not easy to make money in a bear market unless you're trading. But you can't really Solana like trench trade in a bear market. Again, unless this bull market changes everything and the Solana trenches are just here forever now. But typically, when the bear market ends, all that attention goes away. The GOAT is still alive. Shout out to Crypto Shelf. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. Oh, dang. Oh, good Lord. UFC did launch. I won't even buy the UFC pay-per-views. I don't know about the meme coin. Shout out to Brady, bro. They just posted the contact address ad on Instagram. Okay, let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, let's see. What is going on with Bitcoin here, man? Do something. Do something. All right, well, we are hedged here with the short now. We are hedged here for the short. Up 200. We'll see. We'll see if we can pull back to this golden pocket. See if we can do it. Yeah, shout out to Corn Dog. Said 3 hours in, and we're on Butthole Coin. Yep, that's how it goes. This is why we cut the live streams at Face going live in 30. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's get it. I will probably be off by then. Just because I do have to try to sleep and maybe, I don't know 100%, maybe potentially eat something. I don't know. J-Pow is shorting. Let's go. Shout out to the Dusty Hunt. We're here for the world record. Let's go. Mrs. Wick. Shout out to Mrs. Wick. Longest Frankie fake out. Yeah, this is literally, I'm kind of stupid, right? Because like I should have not faked out. I should have just kept going with the live stream because we kicked everybody out. Nah, you're not eating. Shout out to Tony. Cracking the whip. Let's go. Let's see. World record incoming. Frankie, did you take profits on any spot bags yet? Very, very lightly. Very lightly. I took a little bit of profit on BTC. I don't know why I said BTC. Why did I say BTC? Guys, it's time to go. It's time to go, guys. I'm losing my mind. Let's see. No soup for you. How big of a trade is that short? $83,417. I would love to scalp that down to the golden pocket, to be honest. 6:30, can we get to 650 likes? Let's go, guys. We have to stream for 3 hours nowadays to get 650 likes, but we'll do it. We'll do whatever it takes. Let's see. Bitcoin. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, 12K margin. It's a 7X trade. 12K margin. Hoo-wee! Let's go. Mike Percy says, am I the only guy to lose money all the way up? Shout out to Mike. I can guarantee you that you're not the only person to lose money all the way up. You are in a large group of people. You're in the majority, actually. So don't feel bad about that. Is Polygon dead? Maybe Polygon is dead. No, I don't know. I'll be honest, right? Like, I mean it when I say that. Like, the meme coin sucked a lot of liquidity out of the market. There is a lot of the real coins, right? A lot of the real utility coins are not seeing the run-ups, right? Like, a lot of these coins did not catch the run because of the liquidity sucked out of the market by the meme coins, in my own personal opinion, right? It's like amongst other factors, right? Like, we really didn't see the alt season that we typically see, right? I still believe that has not happened yet, right? We saw like the little run. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these coins, it's like the thing with the utility coins is that like, it's really, especially with crypto, it's a game of speculation, right? Like 90% of the coins that come out don't make it to the next bull market, right? Why? Because they're lying about the roadmap. They're lying about the actual project. It's just a bunch of scammers trying to take advantage of the bull run, right? It's like that every cycle in crypto, right? It's just a bunch of scammers trying to take advantage. It's like why you see, like, I started my channel in the middle of the bear market, right? But like you'll see, right? Like as soon as the bull market starts, I go on YouTube and I'm getting recommended like 4,000 new crypto channels that just started. It's like, and listen, No hate, right? Like get in there. But that comes with a lot of new people who are just there to capitalize on rugging meme coins or just getting money grabs, right? So it's like, it's just, so when it comes to like it's all speculation and hype based, right? So it's like a lot of these really good projects aren't catching the moves because they're not getting the attention that fart coin is going to get, right? Which is, I don't know if it's a wonderful time to be alive, like, oh, what a time to be alive, or if it's like, oh my God, we're nearing the end of time. I don't know. We're nearing end times. We're at 105K as soon as the bull market starts. Shout out to Dave Digital. We need a GAT coin. I would buy GAT. GAT and B-hole coin. Those are my go-tos. You haven't lost until you sell to loss. Shout out to Random. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, is it dead? It's hard to say, right? Like, I mean, from a chart perspective, it's also like, I think the rebrand was horrible. I don't know why they did the rebrand. And I don't know the full story there. Maybe they did it for a good reason, but I'll be honest. It's like, I don't know why they did this, right? It's like, I mean, you're at the macro 786 from the 2024 low to the high. Like, you would hope that this is the bottom, right? Like, you start breaking the 786, it's like not looking good, right? Like, you're kind of hanging on for dear life here. Like, you would want this, right? You want to hold that higher low and continue back up. It's very hard to say. I mean, it's also like charts are, it's hard. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, we can get some black swan events or something like that. You get a drop, you come up, it gets boring, the cycle's different, and then eventually out of nowhere, like, we're only going to know in hindsight, right? Like, hindsight's 2020. We're going to look back and be like, oh, 2025, that's the run where we thought Trump was going to pump, and then, this crazy black swan event happened, everything dumped, and eventually we pumped, right? Every cycle has its quirk. But again, this is why I love trading, because all I need are these beautiful little candles on the chart to make money. We don't need and again, you don't need, and this is a bad example too, right? Because the short that I just entered is $12,000 in margin, which I know not everybody has $12,000 to throw into a trade, but it's 7x leverage, right? Like, you can adjust your leverage and get into a similar position without having you don't need $12,000 to open an $85,000 position, right? So it's like, we just made $200 by just sitting here on stream chatting, right? You can make this money all over the place, right? It's like price barely moved, right? So it's like, that's why I like trading, because it's like I'm not a slave to the cycle, right? Like the cycle, the bull markets are really just the way I invest my money. But trading is like my job, right? Trading is my active income. Whereas the investments, the long-term spot bags, are my passive income. And that's why you guys see me on the live streams really not freaking out. We could take still picking up Tia. Shout out to Kalichi. My Tia bags are pretty much packed at this point. So it's not that I'm not picking it up because I think it's going to go to zero or anything. But my bags are pretty much packed. I mean, if it really, 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 really nukes, maybe I'll pick some up. But I mean, this, in my opinion, if you believe in Tia as a project and you think it's going to pump, right? I can't guarantee this is going to go back up. But, if I did not own Tia, I'd be buying it down here. But I just picked up a bunch in this range before that push up. But that's why you guys see me, right? Like on this, we bought Tia up in this range, right? We got the nice breakout we were looking for, and we rejected the value area low. You guys will never see me freaking out about these dumps. And the reason for that is because this is my long-term bag, right? Like, I don't really have a good reason to think that Tia is going to zero, right? So I don't mind holding this for a long time. It's not the only way to make money, right? Again, our earned income is our trading. And a lot of times I take my profit from my trades and roll them into my long-term bags, right? So like, even when Bitcoin, at the end of the day, like, not that I'm ever going to let this happen, but like, at the end of the day, guys, if Bitcoin dropped back down to 50K, 40K, and we had to wait another 3 years for it to go back up, like, I'm not going to, if I'm unable to take profit and I have to hold it back down, I am totally fine holding that for the next 2 years, right? Because I don't invest money that I need, right? I don't invest more than I can lose, and I don't think Bitcoin's going to zero ever, right? So I'd probably just hold and then buy again. I have a long-term outlook on Bitcoin. So like, these little dumps don't freak me out. And take that for what it's worth, right? Like, everybody thinks like the bull market's over every time we dump. These people are here for a quick buck. And when you're looking for the quick buck, guys, it's really not a good way to make money, in my opinion, right? Because like, you're going to make a quick buck and then what, right? Like, it's gambling. And for me, it's, more of a, we didn't just buy here. Like, it takes a long time, right? Like, this was brutal slowly buying through here. And it took a lot of patience, right? Like, we held this Bitcoin for a long time that we bought before we wound up seeing a significant return, right? But when we bought here and then it dumped again, I wasn't scared, right? Like we just bought again. I was willing to hold this for 10 years. I think Bitcoin will go to millions of dollars a coin at some point not in the near future, but at some point in the future, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, if I ever had to hold a bag from the top all the way back down, which hopefully we don't have to do, at the end of the day, I'm fine, right? I'm not gonna sell at the bottom. I'm just gonna hold and then invest more. So yeah. Let's see. Jesse says, it's already 3:13 a.m. over here. Shout out to Jesse. Let's go, baby. Go to sleep. Jesse, go to sleep. We will be back here tomorrow. Don't you worry. Shout out to K Diggity. Remember it was going to 8K when it was at 16K? Yeah. Shout out to JD. A lot of people were looking at 8K. And I'll be honest, a lot of smart people, right? A lot of smart people were looking at 8K. My personal prediction, we should find that video. I believe. We could just fact check this, right? It's the beauty of having everything recorded. But we were looking for a weekly bear, two things. Weekly bearish divergence, and then the price target was 12 to 14K is where I was looking for the bottom to come in. We put in a weekly bull div. I said bear div. We put in the weekly bull div, and then we dipped down to 15K, right? So we didn't get the number perfect, but we did get the weekly bull div. And but a lot of smart people were looking lower. And at the end of the day, right, just because the people who were looking for 8K were wrong doesn't mean they're stupid or they're idiots or anything like that, right? Like a lot of smart people thought we were going to 8 to 10K. And at the end of the day, right, if we lost this level, if we lost the 15K, the next level was 12 to 14K, right? And then underneath that, the next level was 8K, right? So, 10K was another level. So, it's not, there's nothing saying, like, I could have been wrong, right? It just turned out that I was somewhat accurate here with the bull div on the weekly around 12 to 14K. We got pretty close, right? But I could have been wrong. We could have gone lower, where I would have been looking to 12K and then 10K and then 8K. So yeah, shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Says, hey guys, just waking up. You're still here. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, Tony, good morning. It's starting to get light out. Let's see. Where is the gap at 7 or 9K? You talking about a CME gap? Is there a CME gap? Let's see. Where are we at? Excuse me. I'll just pull up the CME chart. There was a gap at 30K. What are we doing? We're in the wrong run here. Let's go to the daily. All right. 8K. There is. I don't know if there is a gap at 8K. Is there? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That's. Yeah, here's a. This never really got filled. We tested it, but we didn't really fill it. Down at about 9,700. But yeah, you don't fill all the gaps, right? Like, oftentimes you do, right? Like, more often than not, you will fill the gap. But you don't fill them all. A lot of people think it's like guaranteed that you fill the gaps. Not the case. Let's see. Bro, how are you still streaming? Shout out to Gordon. I don't know. I don't know how we're still here. But I'm not gonna lie, Bitcoin is super boring the heck out of us right now. But we are now technically hedged with a short here, guys. I'm gonna, I will put my stop loss at break even at this point because it is in profit. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna see if we could still get that final take profit. What should we do? We got the OGs in here now. Should we lock in the extra 1,000 or should we hold the 750 we already have locked in and see if we can get to that full TP for an extra 1,350 in profit? It's really the difference of $300. Should we take the 1,000 or should we wait for the extra 300? 4-hour Frankie. I like that. Shout out to Pennywise. Let's go. Go for gold. You should give me that 1,000. Shout out to Joe Mama. 1,000 is good profit. Take the effing money. Shout out to Chill Yakuza. Take the money and run. All right, should we do it? We'll do it. We're hedged with the short. Again, it's the difference between $300. So that'll be a total of like $1,750 in profit. So we'll go ahead and let's close it. Let's close it, baby. Close all. Boom. We're out, baby. We're out for another $1,000 in profit. Let's go. And I might put this in the you guys want to be in the YouTube short. All right, guys. So we're here. It's 9:19 p.m. and we did just wind up closing out that long position for an extra $1,000 in profit for a total of $1,750. So there you go. Took a bunch of hours, and we're here live with the Mafia right now. And now it rips to 110K. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Probably, but you can't complain for making $1,750 on a quick little long position, or I guess it was quick at first and then took a long time. But guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got. I'm going to keep an eye on this long position. I'm going to go eat some food. A giver's gain. Shout out to Dave Digital and shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the stream. And yeah, longest Frankie fake out on Earth. I will see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, if I'm able to wake up in time, if I'm not exhausted. But, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, plus 2,000. Let's go. How much should I put down on that trade? Great fake out. Next challenge is a 24-hour stream. If you guys think I won't do a 24-hour stream, you're out of your mind. When we hit, I don't know, we'll set a goal. If we hit a goal, I'll do a 24-hour stream. I mean, no, we could stay up for 24 hours easily. So yeah, it would be kind of hard not to like take a break and stop talking for 24 hours might be impossible. But we could easily stay up for 24 hours. How much should we put down on that trade? Let me see. What was the margin on that? So yeah, I stopped out of my short position earlier today during FOMC for $25 profit, and then I got 17. It's about $1,700 profit with the fees paid. That wound up being $1,700 in profit. What was the? It was a $91,000 position. Does it not tell me my margin on Blowfin? So it must have been about $1,700 in margin. So I put down $1,700 and made $1,700. It's a 92%. So it must have been. I must have put down a little bit more than $1,700. So yeah, and now we're in the short position. We'll see if that we'll see if this continues to play out. But if not, I'll stop out at break even on that. But guys, with all that being said, I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every single one of you. Dave Digital says you will never do a 24-hour stream. See what I did there? Shout out to Dave Digital. I think it went over my head, to be honest with you. But guys, I'll see you tomorrow. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Longest fake out ever. I can't talk anymore. I'll see you guys later. We're up $100 on the short. I'll keep you guys updated on tomorrow's stream about the short. But I gotta go. Hasta pasta. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Hey, time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, liquidate everything. Yeah, Bitcoin, yeah, ETH, liquidate all the ETH. Yep, butthole. Yeah. Yeah, sell everything. Yeah, liquidate all the crypto, put it in butthole. Yeah, sell all the extra computers, anything we don't need, sell it all. Sell it all. I told Mrs. Candles we're going to sell everything as well. Yeah, this is the next one, bro. Butthole. I know, no, trust me, it's a good idea. All right. Just do it. Just do it. We'll split it. We'll split it. Okay. Butthole to the moon. All right, bye. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, this is not financial advice. Do not buy butthole coin. I got to go, guys. Hasta pasta. I love you all. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.